लोगों के जीवन बचाने का काम किया। जहां एक भी पीपी किट नहीं बनती थी, वहीं पर 10 लाख पीपी किट बनाने की क्षमता को खड़ा किया। भारत के लोगों में ही वो क्षमता है, लेकिन अवसर दिया। उसी समय डिफेंस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का काम हिंदुस्तान में शुरू करने की शुरुआत की। ऐसे बहुत सारे निर्णय किए, प्रोडक्शन लिंक इंसेंटिव स्कीम से लेके बाकी जो लोगों के हित में थे। 80 करोड़ लोगों को महीने में राशन मुफ्त में दिया, 2 साल तक दिया। उत्तर प्रदेश में तो महीने में 2 बार मुफ्त में राशन दिया। और यही नहीं, उत्तर प्रदेश में तो 43 लाख लोगों को पक्के मकान बनाकर दिए जो 70 वर्षों में नहीं बने थे। हर घर को बिजली दी, रसोई गैस का सिलेंडर दिया, पानी का कनेक्शन 30,000 से ज्यादा पंचायतों में दिए, शहरों में तो कर ही दिया, और 5 लाख का इलाज भी मुफ्त में दिया है। तो कहीं ना कहीं गरीब कल्याण की योजनाओं का बहुत बड़ा फर्क मिला। जो लोगों में एक डर भय होता था अपराधी माफियाओं को, गुंडों का, इनसे मुक्ति दिलाने का काम योगी जी ने किया। आपने देखा होगा चुनाव में बुलडोजर होता था, बुलडोजर कुछ और नहीं थी,
पंजाब का सीएम बनने के लिए
सरकारी और गैर सरकारी जमीन पर कब्जा किया था। इससे मुक्ति दिलाई बुलडोजर ने, अपराधी माफियों से मुक्ति दिलाई योगी जी ने। तो कहीं ना कहीं एक बड़ी छवि आई कि जो शाम को 7 बजे यूपी के लोग घरों तक सिमट जाते थे, आज रात को 12 बजे भी खुलकर बाहर आ सकते हैं। उसका फर्क पड़ा। जहां आपने आपदा की बात की, आपको याद होगा दिल्ली की सरकार के समय, आपदा के समय यहाँ पर मोहल्लों में जाकर बड़े बड़े भोंपू लगाकर वहाँ पर कहते थे यहाँ की लोकल सरकार आम आदमी की, चले जाइए यहाँ कुछ नहीं मिलेगा। और बॉर्डर पर जाकर 3,000 से ज्यादा बसें योगी जी की सरकार ने भेजकर लोगों को घर घर तक पहुँचाने का काम किया। मोदी जी ने ट्रेन चलाकर लोगों को देश के कोने कोने तक पहुँचाने का काम किया। मुफ्त में वैक्सीन लगाने का काम 2-2 करने का काम किया। आपदा के समय भी हम खड़े रहे, हमने दुनिया की ओर नहीं देखा कि वैक्सीन वहां से लानी है। भारत में वैक्सीन बनाकर और 180 करोड़ वैक्सीन मुफ्त में लगाने का काम देश में किया। 28 करोड़ से ज्यादा मुफ्त में वैक्सीन लगाने का काम उत्तर प्रदेश में।
मतलब आप कह रहे हैं
कहीं ना कहीं ये काम आया है।
देश की राजनीति
जो मुश्किल वक्त में भी जो लोगों की नाराजगी होती है, उसको आपने काबू में किया। और मोदी है तो मुमकिन है, जो नारा आपने बुलंद कर रखा था,
हमें प्यार और मोहब्बत की राजनीति लेके
और साथ ही साथ मैं जोड़ रहा हूँ,
हमें सेवा की राजनीति
योगी है तो यकीन है, भरोसा आप पर किया बावजूद इसके, और शायद आप इस बात को मानेंगे भी, अप्रिशिएट करेंगे कि सब कुछ परफेक्ट नहीं था। ये डिफिकल्ट वक्त में चुनाव हुआ।
हनुमान जी के मंदिर से आ रहा हूँ, उनका आशीर्वाद लेने के लिए गया था।
निश्चित तौर पर आपदा जिसको पूरी दुनिया झेल रही है, कोविड-19 पैंडेमिक,
और मुझे
उसके समय चुनाव कराना, पहले 2 चरणों में कोई फिजिकल रैली नहीं थी, और उसके बावजूद चुनाव में जाना केवल 5 चरणों में रैलीज हो पाए। बहुत सारी चुनौतियां थी, घर घर जाकर प्रचार हमने करने का काम भी किया, बड़े से बड़े नेता भी घर घर जाने का काम किया। लेकिन एक बात संदीप जी मैं यहाँ पर जरूर कहना चाहता हूँ, जब हम तुलना करते हैं बाकी राजनीतिक दलों से कि उनके पास क्या चेहरे थे, तो योगी जी के सामने स्थानीय चेहरा कोई नहीं खड़ा हो पाया और राष्ट्रीय चेहरा कोई मोदी जी के सामने नहीं खड़ा हो पाया। मोदी जी आज केवल देश के नहीं, दुनिया के सबसे सर्वाधिक लोकप्रिय नेता के रूप में चुने गए, एक बार नहीं कई बार देखे गए। और यूक्रेन में जो संकट युद्ध का आया है, आप देखिए 24 फरवरी से लेकर आज तक ये समस्या बनी हुई थी यूक्रेन की, जो वहाँ पर युद्ध चल रहा है, उसके बावजूद 21,700 से ज्यादा छात्रों को पूरी सुरक्षा के साथ वापस लाने का काम किया। माँ गंगा का आशीर्वाद लेकर गंगा आरती करके, जिसने देश की कमान संभाली हो, ऑपरेशन गंगा के माध्यम से 21,790 छात्रों को सकुशल वापस लाने का काम भी मोदी जी ने देश में किया।
अच्छा अनुराग जी, एक बात बताइए, आप क्या मानते हैं कि आगे वाले चुनाव उनमें जात पात की अब राजनीति नहीं चलेगी? क्या आप ये मानते हैं, आपकी पार्टी इस बात को मानती है कि अब जो राजनीति है, जिस करवट बदल रही है, उसमें जात पात नहीं आएगा सामने?
Similar to what the Congress has, but you see he keeps talking about that I'm a victim. He still talks about himself as the underdog, that I'm the victim, everybody is attacking me.
सरकार की कोई योजना देख लें या भाजपा शासित किसी भी राज्य की योजना को देखें, किसी में भेदभाव नहीं किया जाता है। मोदी जी, योगी जी ने जाति धर्म से उठकर बढ़ाया सम्मान, सबसे पहले गरीब कल्याण, इसी मूल मंत्र के साथ काम किया। लोग आज भी जाति और धर्म के पीछे वोट मांगने जाते हैं। मैं बार बार कहता था, ट्रिपल तलाक से निजात दिलाकर हमने मुस्लिम बहनों की मदद की है। 18 साल से 21 उम्र करके महिलाओं को आत्मनिर्भर होने का एक अवसर दिया है और सुरक्षा सम्मान के अधिकार योगी जी की सरकार ने उत्तर प्रदेश में दिए। मोदी जी की जन कल्याणकारी योजनाओं से हमने जाति धर्म से ऊपर उठकर काम करके गरीबों का कल्याण करके का काम किया है। बहुत सारी पार्टियां वर्षों तक गरीबों के नाम पर वोट बटोरती थी, लेकिन सत्ता में आकर परिवार के लिए नोट बटोरने का काम करती थी। हमने इसमें बदलाव लाया। मोदी जी योगी जी ने काम जमीन पर करके दिखाया और बाकी राज्यों में भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने काम करके दिखाया।
तो अनुराग जी एक बात बताइए कि चलिए यूपी से आगे बढ़ते हैं कि पंजाब में इस तरीके के रिजल्ट को आप क्यों कैसे देखते हैं? क्योंकि पंजाब का जो रिजल्ट है उसका इम्पैक्ट आपका जो प्रदेश है हिमाचल प्रदेश वहाँ पर भी पड़ेगा
और वहाँ चुनाव होने वाले
और वहाँ भी चुनाव होने वाले हैं, उसकी गूंज जो है वहाँ भी जाएगी। किस तरीके से आप देखते हैं?
which delivers a 91 seat lead in 117 strong Punjab assembly.
अनुराग जी, मैं पहले तो ये कहना चाहूंगा हर राज्य के चुनाव के अपने मुद्दे होते हैं।
2% of the
5 राज्यों के चुनाव थे, 4 में भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने जीत की, जहां भाजपा की सरकारें थी। सरकार के खिलाफ कुछ नहीं, सरकार के खिलाफ मतदाता नहीं गए, बल्कि भाजपा के शासनकाल के हित में वोट किया है। हिमाचल में भाजपा की सरकार है, शानदार काम किया है। एक बार फिर हिमाचल में कमल खिलेगा, ये हम सुनिश्चित करेंगे। जहां तक पंजाब के चुनाव की बात है, वहां कांग्रेस की सरकार और कांग्रेस ने वहां बहुत एक्सपेरिमेंट किए, कुछ गलतियां भी की जिसका खामियाजा उनको भुगतना पड़ा। बॉर्डर राज्य है और सीमावर्ती इस राज्य में हमने वर्षों तक 4 से ज्यादा दशकों तक हमने यहाँ पर गठबंधन धर्म को निभाया। हिंदू सिख एकता हमारे प्राथमिकता है। पंजाब के राज्य की सुरक्षा हमारे लिए वो सबसे बड़ा प्राथमिक मुद्दा रहा और पंजाब की समृद्धि और खुशहाली हमारे लिए मुद्दा रहा। हम कभी वहाँ अकेले नहीं गए क्योंकि हमें गठबंधन धर्म को निभाना था। जब हमारा सहयोगी दल हमें छोड़कर गया, बहुत कम समय था, उसके बावजूद भी हमने कम समय में चुनाव लड़ा, कुछ प्रयास भी किए हैं। लेकिन अब से मैं कह सकता हूँ 2022 से 27 की जो यात्रा होगी, भारतीय जनता पार्टी संगठन को और मजबूत करेगा और 27 में बड़ी चुनौती करके वहाँ पर भी कमल खिला।
आपने 2022 से 27 की यात्रा की बात की, मैं थोड़ा इसको छोटा करता हूँ। 2022 से 2024 की यात्रा की बात करते हैं। उत्तर प्रदेश के चुनाव को अनुराग 2024 की लड़ाई का सेमीफाइनल भी कहा जा रहा है और जो ये आपके नतीजे आए, 4 जगह आप फिर से सरकार जो बनाते दिख रहे हैं। दरअसल में 2017 के बाद 2018 से देखो विधानसभा चुनाव आपके लिए मुफीद नहीं रहे, वो चाहे दिल्ली हो, वो हरियाणा हो, राजस्थान, मध्य प्रदेश, छत्तीसगढ़, झारखंड या वेस्ट बंगाल और बिहार में भी बड़े नरम माध्यम से आपने सरकार बनाई। तो आने वाली राजनीति के लिए क्या संकेत? आपकी राह 2024 के लिए आसान होती दिखी, थोड़ी राह के साथ ही आप
बीजेपी चुनाव को संदीप जी बहुत गंभीरता से बड़ी ताकत से देश के प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी
you have a battery of strategies for Mr. Modi. Well, yes, absolutely. May not name them, but we know for a fact that he has got a line of strategies.
Did you take terribly wrong in Goa? What went wrong? No, you sent Mahua Mitra to Goa. What did she deliver?
Let me tell you, Mamta Di did not even go there to campaign in Goa.
In the second
without Mamta Di's campaign, and the percentage of vote, I think would be very interesting to know.
It'll be very interesting to know whether Derek O'Brien and Mahua Mitra are the future of Indian politics. Numbers on the screen, please. Numbers are on the screen. Please have a look at that. The vote share of the BJP there. Ratan Sharda, comment on that. That's 42% this time compared to 40% the last time. Actually, it's more than 42.
Yeah, if you remember, during the exit poll, I had said that BJP touching 40% means it is not losing popularity. The only party which has still maintained its popularity. 2017 was 40%. And not only that, so 2% added. Plus, after 35 years, a CM returns with a better mandate in a way that percentage has increased. And we talk about Arvind Kejriwal in a very fawning manner. How many colleges did he make in Delhi? Point is, nobody challenges Kejriwal on his achievements. What he has done to Delhi budgets. He is making people drunkards. He is offering liquor all over the place. He has got a CM who has got a record of that. So I think this all this talk about offering governance, not rooting people, etc. is a great political speech. But on the ground, nobody has challenged his narrative, which is all wrong. Delhi has
but that's too far. Then you can say that. But the AAP story cannot be ignored.
What is this? No,
the AAP story cannot be ignored today.
Not I'm saying that.
What's our next live, please? Can someone lead me on to that?
I want to vote for the BJP.
Yes, let me add. AAP is looking at 10 years horizon. It is looking at becoming the main opposition party.
It's not looking at it. It is on its way.
Yes, on its way.
It's on its way.
And Kejriwal has got time on his side. He's young. His party is young.
Yeah.
So, and his next target could be place where Congress is abandoning his ground. For example, Gujarat next. Where Congress is abandoned its ground. So Congress is facilitating a creation of new party.
Yeah.
When a Congress supporter says that, we are not yet finished, but your leaders are trying to finish it off.
No,
Punjab was a prime example, which prime is a, Punjab is prime example, which was self-destruct.
I think, see, I'll tell you.
Punjab was clear case self-destruct by the Nehru Gandhi party.
No, I'll go across to Priyanka, but I want to make one comment on Arvind Kejriwal, having followed his career very closely, that initially he did not like having any other leaders of stature within his party. Yes. And that's why he lost out on a few. I mean, I'm not saying Prashant Bhushan is a loss. I think that's is a damn good thing for not to have Prashant Bhushan in any party. But that's not the point. The fact is that today he has shown the ability to expand beyond one phase. He has put someone in Goa. He's put someone in Bhagwant Mann. So it shows the ability to create more leaders. Which is a strength really.
Any leader has to create space by allowing lieutenants to develop.
Precisely, absolutely.
They have to be blossomed, and the more space you give, you blossom as a leader.
Yeah.
And I think that's true for everybody, including political parties.
Yeah.
And I think he has done well. But of course, as what Ratanji says, I fully agree.
We got
greater scrutiny.
We got Sujata Paul of the Congress and Anila Singh of the BJP. I welcome. We got Abhishek Sudhir. I can see him there. We got Tanveer Ahmed. We got Mashinder Singh Grewal. We got a great political panel lined up.
Yeah.
But I'll go first across once to Priyanka, who's at the BJP headquarters in Lucknow, to give you a sense of what the mahal is there out there. And absolutely, it's an incredible atmosphere in the BJP, because there was an element of uncertainty. If you were to just look at some of the media, the way they propped up Akhilesh, almost as if it was a done deal. Priyanka, over to you, please. Priyanka, is Yogi coming?
Well, yes, Arnab, very rightly that you pointed out. In fact, we were just at the SP office and we've just come to the BJP office, and the pictures could not be more contradictory. At the SP office, there were no workers. In fact, in the morning, we had seen that a lot of workers had been claiming that 300 plus seats will be with the Samajwadi Party. But here at the BJP, there is an influx of all the BJP workers, a complete celebratory mood. In fact, you can see Holi has come a little early for the BJP here. You can see that people are throwing gulal at each other. They are congratulating each other. You can see all of these faces of the BJP workers, colored with all the gulal, because they have been in fact celebrating since a while now. Although, of course, the results are not a done deal yet, but in fact, the BJP is already celebrating. And I want to also point out the kind of songs that had been playing in the BJP headquarters right now. The songs were that of the message of the Prime Minister and Yogi Adityanath, where they had been talking about how the BJP has brought in development. And look at the kind of sea of people, Arnab, that have gathered here at the BJP headquarters. There is barely any place for us to make our way inside the headquarters right now, because there are so many of the BJP workers who are celebrating. In fact, we had seen the entire songs that had been played were that of development, were that of the double engine Sarkar, a real message that they also want to give. In fact, there it is, right on cue, Arnab. If you can hear the songs, in fact, that would really give you a sense of what's really happening on the ground, what the real mood of the workers has been. Because for any political party, the cadre is, of course, the most important part, who has been on the ground working for the party, for the victory of the party as well. And now we see that several of the people who have gathered here are in a complete celebratory mood, and the songs are really that of the message that the BJP also wants to give to its cadre about why they have gotten this victory.
Can I just... That's going to be an incredible visual there when Yogi... So Yogi is going to come there in some time? You're saying Yogi is going to come there in some time? Priyanka?
Well, yes. Let's pan our camera order because we see that several people, in fact, who are dressed up as Yogi as well, who are standing here, and we are being told that perhaps in a few minutes from now, when the official result is actually declared by the Election Commission, he will be coming here and he will be thanking his cadre. He will be addressing the cadre and the media as well. First, of course, his cadre. We have seen people from across the state of Uttar Pradesh and across the country as well who gathered here. Let's try to get a sense of the mood of the people. Of course, although their faces and the kind of dancing that's really taking place here is quite telling in itself, Arnab, but let's try to speak to them. अभी से सेलिब्रेशन चल रहा है, अभी से योगी आदित्यनाथ जी की आपको लग रहा है विक्ट्री हो चुकी है? सुनाई नहीं दे रहा। अभी से बीजेपी की सेलिब्रेशन चालू हो गई। सेलिब्रेशन तो कर ही ले, हमारी 20 दिन की मेहनत है, ये 20 दिन की, घर नहीं गए। भारत माता की जय। मैं मंडल महामंत्री नीलम जोशी, विधानसभा 3 से। जी हाँ, आज ये जश्न का दिन है। हम लोग जो कड़ी मेहनत की थी, आज उसका रिजल्ट है। अब तो बुलडोजर चलेगा। हर हर मोदी, घर घर मोदी। होली के रंग लगे हुए हैं आपके चेहरे पे। होली जल्दी आ गई है बीजेपी के लिए।
जी बिल्कुल, आज ही होली मनाई जा रही है। 18 तारीख को दोगुना होगा और बुलडोजर जो चलना था, कल से चलना फिर से शुरू होगा।
The mood, Arnab, of the cadre here, that really is the mood on the ground where they're celebrating. They're already claiming that BJP has won.
Thank you.
And they are in fact waiting for Yogi Adityanath to make his way here. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thanks very much. I'd like to go to a quick political debate right now. Sujata Paul, Abhishek Sudhir. Abhishek, you know, this was what was warned about and we spoke about it earlier, and maybe what was underestimated. What did the Samajwadi Party get so wrong?
Vote share of the Samajwadi Party in its history, the seats have been increased by 75 to 80. I look at the glass as half full, not half empty. That's my approach to life. Congratulations to the BJP if this is indeed the final verdict. But we are here to stay. We are here to fight. The BSP and the Congress are decimated. They are decimated today in Uttar Pradesh. It is the Samajwadi Party that will lead the charge against the BJP.
Is that all that you can do is compare yourself to a party that doesn't exist, called the Congress Party? I'd like to get Sujata Paul to it. I think it's terrible. Nobody should compare themselves to the Congress Party, really. Sujata, don't you agree? You don't exist in Uttar Pradesh. Sujata? I can't see her on the screen, so I don't know if she's there. Okay, can I have the guests on the screen, please, and the visuals also and the graphics also, make it so much easier. Anila Singh, you heard that response from Abhishek Sudhir. Can I get your response, please? He's still sounding quite strident, actually, you know, sounding quite aggressive.
Yeah, Sharad Pawar has said that Akhilesh should not feel bad because he has a higher stature in the country. He fought alone.
Yeah.
I don't know what he means by higher stature in the country. Does he have a higher stature in the country compared to his stature in Uttar Pradesh?
I don't understand it at all.
I don't know what Sharad Rao ji is thinking.
I don't understand it at all. But can I see the guests on the screen, because I'm getting a little confused. Are the guests there with us? Is Anila there? Anila, can you hear me?
I'm there. Am I audible?
Anila, can you hear me? Anand, can you show me the guests on the screen, please? And the graphics and the live visuals as they are coming in. Thank you so much, Anand. Yes, Anila.
All right. My Ram to everyone, and I thank all the 4 states where Bharatiya Janata Party government is going to be formed, and the way people have voted for us, the way people have supported us, this has proven one thing, that people vote for development. People vote for doing work without any discrimination. You know, if I talk about Uttar Pradesh or not, the day Akhilesh Yadav ji declared कि हमारी 400 से ज़्यादा सीटें आई होंगी, that day only I said that now he has declared that the Samajwadi Party is going to get 400 plus. They are never ever going to come in power in 2022. And secondly, there was one big omen. You know, they had they made Bhagwan Parashuram's statue, and then what we saw, farsa gira toot ke niche. So again, this was an omen which proved that they are not coming back. I can say that Samajwadi Party has improved. All the good wishes to them for the coming future. But this time, he really has to come out much earlier. And this time, what he did, he came just 4 months back and in Mercedes Run, and he said that that everybody should vote for me because I'm going to get 400 seats. So this is not done in Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh has voted for the development without any discrimination, for the for law and order situation
Sujata is
improving.
there.
Women voted for us as a community. So there are several factors on
Sujata
which
is there.
Uttar Pradesh has voted for Bharatiya Janata Party.
Sujata, a lot of we did the analysis, and we found that there is a 50% drop in whatever was remaining on your vote. Wherever Priyanka Vadra went, the fall in the vote share compared to last time was 40% to 50%. Where she did not go, the fall is about 25%, which means wherever Priyanka Vadra has contested, gone and campaigned, the Congress has fallen down by another 15%. Do you understand the seriousness of the situation?
Yes.
That wherever she has gone, the party has fallen by another 15 to 20%.
Look, Arnab,
it's
one
tragic.
thing is very clear that this
Really?
was a very
It's a catastrophe.
Campaign by the BJP. And if you remember that when Priyanka Gandhi announced that, about the Ladki Hu Lad Sakti Hu campaign, immediately the narrative had changed. However, after that,
it's a
once
flop.
the Samajwadi Party came in,
we heard... Please, Smita, yeah. It's the biggest flop. It's the flop of the year.
We can't let this go by. How
Please
did the narrative change with Ladki Hu Lad Sakti Hu? Please explain. Where did it change, the narrative? Did the women voters vote for the Congress party?
Look, I am talking about the campaign. I don't think you heard me right.
If the women voters voted for the Congress party.
What I'm saying is that when we launched our campaign, people were talking about the campaign, and media, which never gave us space except for channels like yours, we were not being shown anywhere.
Media ने इनको बर्बाद किया है.
Media doesn't vote for you.
Don't blame media.
I am sorry, India doesn't vote for anything logical according to you. India has people who are educated, and people will always vote for the right thing. But when you polarize and communalize, and when you talk about...
Okay. So she's saying today, she's saying that all the people, all the 43% people who voted for BJP are uneducated, she said.
I never said that they are uneducated, but you want people
when will you start looking inward? When will you find any fault with yourself? When will you analyze why you are losing continuous support? What is happening in Raebareli, Amethi? Are those people illiterate? Are those people ingratitude that they have voted against you? Your own people are left. So why can't you do self-analysis?
Can I hear a louder please?
Why you want to self-destruct yourself?
How have you empowered people? You explain. How have people been
My
empowered?
God, look at the sense
by
of...
your Abbachan narrative?
People have to answer. If people voted, that means they felt empowered. People didn't feel any strength in your ladki ho, lad sakti ho. They abandoned you. When will you understand? Sujata, when will you understand that people have not understood your language, all your work on the ground? 70 years you had your MPs, MLAs in Amethi, Raebareli, still they voted against you. So are people fool or Stop abusing people who are your supporter all the while. This is the problem.
Sujata, I'll tell you one minute. No. The problem is Sujata, see, I'll tell you one thing. Sujata, listen. You know what some people are saying is that the only people behind Congress in UP is All India MIM. And you know, the only people ahead of All India MIM is Nota. So this is the situation of your party. You are somewhere between Nota and AIMIM. Your party is finished. Do you understand what that is? Finished. And the problem with your party is you have the most arrogant leaders who behave badly.
Look,
I'm not telling you whatever I want. You are 2% party. You are a 2% party. Tanveer, she refuses to accept. Tanveer will respond to you because I don't want to make it personal with you. Tanveer will respond to you. You are a 2% Twitter party. Yes, 2% Twitter party. You exist on Instagram, not in the rest of the country.
That is all you can do.
And
I'm not making it personal. I'm saying you're very active on Instagram.
Arnab,
It's a compliment. Yes, please.
Arnab.
So, Tanveer, you can tell her.
Okay.
Yes,
Arnab,
louder, please.
there are bigger compliments which Congress deserves. That it is the cancer of the country. That is the biggest compliment you can give it to Congress party. But many congratulations to BJP because they fought elections scientifically. प्रियंका गांधी the way she went, लड़की हूँ लड़ सकती हूँ, अरे बिना प्रिपरेशन करके आप कोई भी लड़की को आगे भेज देंगे, बेचारियों को आपने नेक्स्ट टाइम पॉलिटिकली फिनिश कर दिया, लड़कियों को फिनिश कर दिया प्रियंका गांधी ने. Let us not speak of that. Less we speak about Congress would be better. But today, if at all you see who is the winner today, the winner is the regional parties because 84 seats. Aam Aadmi Party has won extra and 70
which
seats.
Regional party?
The Samajwadi Party is absolutely fantastic result for regional
ask
party.
him which regional party?
Aam Aadmi Party
Of a national spokesperson of a two-district party, and you want to say these things. तनवीर जी रुक जाइए, कौन सी रीजनल पार्टी की बात कर रहे हैं ये तो बताइए, नाम तो बता दीजिए, कौन सी रीजनल पार्टी है? Are you saying that Congress is a regional party?
समाजवादी पार्टी
फिर किसकी बात कर रहे हैं? नाम तो बताइए ना, हम लोग
कांग्रेस. You guys are BJP. आप see बीजेपी की अनिवार्यता है कांग्रेस को जिंदा रखना because only people who get you vote is Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi is the biggest campaigner.
I'm not from the BJP. It is you who have been in alliance with him. You have been in alliance with him and given half a chance Kumaraswamy will join Congress.
Yeah, she's lost badly.
So the point is you started about the regional party. I asked her name.
As a witness,
3 minutes down the line, I did not get the name.
I've always called Congress as cancer of the country.
Arey sir, you may call it cancer, but you embrace cancer also every now and then. That's my problem. That's a problem. 6 months you have you embrace cancer. 6 months you go for chemotherapy. That's my problem.
No, sir. I think we have learned from our mistakes. We are never going to join hands with Congress ever. We have learned.
That's it.
You declare. You say that it's a mistake. Yes, Congress is a mistake. It's a national disaster. Let us all agree.
Okay, Gorakhpur Mutt. I have Sumi live with me. Sumi live. Can you hear me? Gorakhpur Mutt. Sumi, our reporter, is live. Sumi, good afternoon. At the Gorakhpur Mutt. Can you hear me live? Tanveer, keep sitting. You're going nowhere. I can take liberties with some of my guests, That's all right. We got Prakash also. That's all right, You can do it. After a few years in the profession, you can do this. I want to ask Prakash at the BJP headquarters. Prakash, you're at the BJP headquarters. And I want to tell you one thing about Prakash, This is, I want to say one thing and I'll pay him a compliment because Prakash, can you hear me, Prakash? Where's the audio? Where's the audio? Prakash, are you there? I don't think he can hear me. He's lost in the din. I'm not getting my audio lines. Niranjan, can I be told where I'm like? Prakash, are you there? Sumi is joining me back from Gorakhpur. Sumi, can you hear me? I think I'm going to keep shouting because I have to speak over the din. Sumi, are you there? Sumi. In Gorakhpur, can you hear me? Yes, go.
Yes,
over to you, Sumi.
Absolutely, Arnab.
Over to you, Sumi. What's happening in Gorakhpur?
Yes, Arnab, it's festivity here outside the Gorakhpur Mutt. It is the epicenter and it has been the epicenter of the eastern Uttar Pradesh politics. And right now, we're witnessing festivity here. Since this morning, they had been waiting with bated breath for the results, for the trends to come out. And now that it's clear that BJP has swept the Uttar Pradesh elections, all the supporters have come out here to celebrate the landslide victory. And in fact, the entire Gorakhpur has been painted in saffron and in pink. In fact, this morning when we had an exclusive chat with the Gorakhpur MP, he also said that certainly the celebration and the entire Gorakhpur will be painted in saffron, and that is what we're witnessing on the ground as well. Massive celebrations here. Supporters have thronged in huge number, and among the supporters, there are also the female supporters who are dancing, and in fact, they are the silent voters who voted for the BJP, and in fact, they have swept the Uttar Pradesh elections. We've seen how the women have come out to celebrate here, and they are
dancing in huge number. Gorakhpur Math has been the epicenter of the Eastern Uttar Pradesh politics, and certainly this entire area is now swept with the supporters as well. Sea of supporters have turned out here in support of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Women out here have been dancing since morning. In fact, let's actually go across to one of the supporters. बीजेपी का लैंडस्लाइड विक्ट्री हुआ है, क्या कहना चाहते हैं?
अरे हम लोग बहुत ज्यादा खुश हैं, इतना ज्यादा खुश हैं कि कह नहीं सकते हैं। आज हम लोग बीजेपी की जीत से हद से ज्यादा खुश हैं।
Interestingly, here the bulldozer have also arrived. Right behind me, there is a bulldozer that has been brought, and it became the mascot of the Uttar Pradesh elections after the Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath made the statement that he will bulldoze the criminals, he will bulldoze the opposition parties with the election mascot. And in fact, it is also here right behind me with supporters on
Madhurima is live with us, and Madhurima is live with us from Dehradun. I'm going across to Dehradun, ladies and gentlemen, and people are asking me, what's the big story? I say, Abhishek, that this is a case of pro-incumbency. It's pro-incumbency. Yogi Adityanath was the first to contest and win. He's got a vote share of about 68%. He's a big hero of the day. It's a clear sign of pro-incumbency. You agree with me, Abhishek?
Absolutely. In the 4 states, BJP is effectively coming back to power or not.
And no party has been elected consecutively like this in Uttar Pradesh in over 3 decades.
Absolutely.
So that's
more than 3 decades.
That's huge. Ratan Sharda.
Even in Uttarakhand, no party has ever got a second mandate.
So this is a sign of pro-incumbency sentiment.
Even in Goa, if you look, it has been as good as a win.
Absolutely.
So I think people are voting for performance. People are voting for what they believe is the right to get good governance, good benefits from the governance.
Yeah.
And the earlier narrative of 70 years that we are poor people, we can't deliver because there is no money, and we are trying our best. All these dialogues, days are over.
Absolutely.
People expect quick results. They are impatient.
Shall we go
Anybody doesn't deliver, they are thrown out.
Absolutely.
As good as that.
Let's go to Madhurima, and the strange situation right now, isn't it? I mean, about Dhami losing. Dhami's lost.
Dhami has lost.
Yes. Dhami has lost, but the BJP has won. The BJP has won handsomely. I mean, this is the strangest irony that I can think of, Rhythm, where you have someone who just became
untested also.
No, he just became chief minister a few months back. Yeah. Absolutely. But Mamta lost, but Dhami's is more ironical because he just became chief minister. He was chosen 4-5 months back. He actually, which worked. The change worked for him.
Credit that has got BJP back, I can tell that.
Yeah, but that's
But will he be given the credit? Should the BJP make him chief minister?
I don't know. It depends on
That's a big. What do you think?
I think the party must.
You think why?
Delivered.
On his back, the BJP won. It can't be said. The Modi factor.
See, Modi factor is there, but understand. Modi is like an atom bomb. You require a missile, and the missile is the local chief minister.
Correct.
And if Sharma has,
No.
It's a very. We are looking at it very simply, sir. That here is a chief minister who has taken Modi's popularity
completely.
And wherever BJP has lagged it has lost the election. And if Modi factor should have worked, no. Why? If Modi's popularity has worked in Uttarakhand, it has not worked in Punjab for a simple reason. You don't have that type of personality locally.
Well, let me. I want to go to Madhurima. I want to go to Madhurima and what's happening. Madhurima, what's happening? What's the mood in Dehradun? Madhurima.
Well, Arnab, the mood is unprecedented because all the entire BJP cadre was very skeptical about the performance because of the obvious alternate situation that has been happening in the state of Uttarakhand ever since its formation. We'll take you straight to the visuals. As you can see, that they're still glued to the televisions over here at the BJP headquarters in Dehradun. They waited quite till late noon to celebrate, and as you can see, their all faces are colored because there was a mini Holi celebration also conducted over here. There were firecrackers and it was all celebration. And all this has happened because this is the first time ever since 2000 that the state was carved that it is pro-incumbency, that the party has bagged a second consecutive term. And as you were pointing out, yes, it was Modi magic as well that has worked wonders in the state of Uttarakhand. Because ever since the Diwali, the Prime Minister celebrated his Diwali over here, and then the constant. Yes,
so this is we are going to see what's going to happen there, and the question is, will the BJP keep Dhami or not? I just want to tell you a couple of things. The BJP has seen its best ever. Who is conceded defeat? Who's conceded? Rahul Gandhi doesn't have to concede defeat. He's defeated. I was just told Rahul Gandhi is conceded defeat. Well, I mean, Rahul Gandhi, wake up and smell the coffee. You're not in the fray. You're not in the fray at all. At all.
Thailand. Tomorrow you will leave for Thailand and somewhere. I don't know.
It's just pathetic. I mean, I wonder how people just manage to hang on to a position. It's crazy. It's a self-combust mode, the party that is it. The BJP has seen its best ever vote share, 42.3%. Historic also because, MR, first time a chief minister in Uttar Pradesh who has served the complete term has still been re-elected.
Yes. And he has come to Noida.
And he has come to Noida.
Noida also.
This means that the people saw the work that Yogi did.
Yeah.
Roads are very bad in that,
Maybe, but much better than Bengal. Much better than Bengal. That I have been there. I can say. I have to say that I've been to Bengal also.
On a serious note, Monojit. On a serious note, Pankaj, people may have been apprehensive. People may have been apprehensive about Modi in 2017, but come 2022, people have come out and voted for him in record numbers.
All the reason to celebrate the victory, but don't forget that you are losing at least 30, 40 odd seats compared to the last year. And all the seats are going to Akhilesh Yadav. He is gaining 60 seats. And that suggests that 2024...
But the same logic did not hold in West Bengal election.
I'm terribly amused.
I'm amused because the same logic never came in the Bengal elections.
EP hasn't gone to you. Khela hobe 2024 match on.
Match on,
I tell you. And for your kind information.
Match on for the place number 2. Whether Aam Aadmi Party will be number 2.
He was made to lose and the case is going on in the High Court. Okay?
See, Aam Aadmi Party will be number 2 or TMC number 2 or DMK number 2. Khela hobe second spotter jonno.
The big thing is Pankaj.
Second spotter jonno khela hobe.
All 8 districts in Lakhimpur Kheri district have been swept by the BJP. Any comments from you? Because you made Lakhimpur into a big issue. You said the BJP will be wiped out. You brought in the farmers factor. You supported Khalistanis out there, and you joined hands with what is that fellow, that joker sitting in Canada. That Khalistani fellow, you supported even him. There were signs of desperation. The desecration of the Red Fort happened. You justified that. And then at the end of the day, a case of double incumbency turns into a case of pro-incumbency. In Uttar Pradesh, the ground was set for anti-incumbency. The central government is halfway through its second term. The state government has served a full term. The expectation is that there should be double incumbency.
Giving the credit to Mr. Yogi.
Of course I'm giving credit to Yogi. Of course I'm giving. I never said that. I said, of course. What is the... No, 1 second. When did I say that? When did I say that? I said there was double incumbency. Where there should have been double incumbency, there is pro-incumbency right now. And I'm talking about the Modi-Yogi combined. Pankaj, the Modi-Yogi combined.
Why Modi increased the seats, you are losing at least 30 to 40 seats.
The Modi-Yogi combined.
That means 3 parliamentary constituencies at least.
That's a fact.
Okay. So there's more than a moral victory. Pankaj. How do you look at it? I mean, lowest of the lowest of the low, lowest of the low, lowest of the low, and can't be lower than this. 93.62% plunge in 40 years. I didn't want to tell you this actually, Pankaj, today because I thought you'll get emotional if I tell you that. This party which is called the Congress Party, this is the lowest of the low. Congress, from its historic high of 39.2% in 1985, has plunged to by 93.62% in Uttar Pradesh. That means you are today about 6% of what you were.
See, the anxiety, anger and indignation which we have been witnessing over all these months everywhere in the country. So if it has not translated into votes...
Why has it not translated? Anything wrong with your leadership?
If it has not been translated into votes in favor of the opposition...
Abhishek, oblivion in Amethi, oblivion in Raebareli.
Amethi, Raebareli together have 7 assembly segments. Till last election, at least 2 were with the Congress party. This time they're gone. Or you see the relationship you have with your constituents, with your core vote bank once upon a time. For example, Congress relationship with Muslims. Rampur is a Muslim-dominated district. It has 2 seats, Rampur City and Suar Rampur. Congress party gave tickets to 2 royal family of Rampur, Nawab family of Rampur, their family members, Kazim Ali Khan for Rampur City and Haider Ali Khan for Suar. Both gave up the tickets and quit the party and took tickets from Apna Dal and some other party. That they don't see, the royal family of Rampur, they don't see future with the Congress party.
I've never seen Sonia Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi going to Rai Bareli or Amethi in the last 3-4 years. See, that disconnect is
Sonia Gandhi addressed only one virtual rally in the entire election for Uttar Pradesh.
And that's a Congress president.
That's a concession. I mean, Rahul Gandhi does not need to tweet. It's a concession. They have, before the election begins.
I think Sonia Gandhi gave the medal to Priyanka Vadra and she failed. Sonia is going in the background hoping her son and daughter will take some responsibility.
Rahul has not gone to campaign, gave up everything to Priyanka. Sonia Gandhi, one virtual rally. The family knows it's gone.
They believe social media is a real world. It is not. That is the problem with the thing.
Let's go.
It's just the second rung of the leadership.
Where do I go live next?
It's just the second rung of the leadership, which perhaps wants to sustain their own careers.
I'd like to go across to another of our live reporters, where I'm being told that Yogi Prakash is with us, where Yogi is going to do a press conference at 5 o'clock. And I think there's going to be massive viewership for that press conference. Yogi has not even been seen. It's very strategic, Prakash. He's not even been seen. He had a meeting with some officials, and now he's going to come straight to the press conference. There must be excitement building at this spot an hour from now. Huh? Yeah. Ordering bulldozers, possibly. Prakash, what is known about Yogi's movements, Yogi's arrival at the BJP headquarters? Prakash.
Yes, Yogi Adityanath would be arriving here at 5 or 5:30 p.m. He will be addressing his workers, and there you see in the background a stage has been made, and already Mr. Anil Bansal, the in charge of the BJP of the UP, has arrived to make the preparations to celebrate the grand winner of the BJP, and already we can see that the workers are celebrating in large numbers, and that's what we'll get the word from the
हाँ बिल्कुल जश्न मनाने आए हैं और जी हम लोग जश्न मनाने आए हैं और सारा उत्तर प्रदेश का जनमानस इस समय जश्न मना रहा है और आपको यही स्थिति प्रदेश के हर जिला मुख्यालय पे भाजपा के यही स्थिति है.
So we can see large number. I'll ask my camera person to give a top angle of the shot. So
I can see
there
that.
You see people dancing to the chants of the songs recently made by. Yes, this is the top angle shot, and we can see that the celebrations are on. The BJP is in full celebration mood, and they're waiting for the arrival of the man of the moment, Yogi Adityanath, who will seize the moment for the BJP. And this has happened after many years that an incumbent government is coming back to power, and that too because of good governance, because the people had the faith in the good governance of Yogi Adityanath, especially law and order, and the government policies that were distributed with effective measures, and that was evident on the ground. And as a matter of fact, the Samajwadi Party was more dependent on the caste factor, and that is why they roped in Om Prakash Rajbhar as well as Swami Prasad Maurya. But that did not work for the Samajwadi Party and the allies. And NDA led by the BJP led by Yogi Adityanath and Narendra Modi penetrated into the OBC vote bank, and here you have the grand victory.
Prakash, this is incredible. This is great mood, great atmospherics there. Great atmospherics there. Let's have a look at that, Prakash. What an atmosphere there. And in the meantime, Prakash, in the meantime,
at 5:30 p.m. to address the workers.
I know. I just, Prakash, I want to be where you are. This is the atmosphere. That's why you want to be a reporter all the time. I mean, let me just tell you one thing. I welcome Kishore Tiwari today, of the Shiv Sena, supporter of the Congress party, watching the decline of the Congress party. It put all its hope behind the Congress party. It constantly said we have faith in the Congress party. Or dekhiye Congress party and what the Congress party did with you. Mr. Grewal of the Shiromani Akali Dal, disaster day, Abhishek Sudhir, really left out performance there. Samajwadi Party still says we can give it a shot. We got about 130 seats, says we will still get another 70 odd and then form the government. That's what they're saying. Now the question here is, and on a lighter note, Pankaj, you see, Rahul Gandhi has said that I it is a learning experience for me. He says, nothing wrong. The thing about life is learning from mistakes and you grow from them. When will he grow? Then he says that, I will learn from this, I will work for the interests of the people of India. Is it in the interests of the people of India that you should spare them this constant comedy? Question here is, about Rahul Gandhi, he is enrolled in a coaching class. And he's taking coaching to get beyond nursery right now. His political opponent out here, who's 4 years younger than him, MR, 4 years younger than him, Yogi, has completed his PhD. Rahul, having failed in nursery for the 7th time, has enrolled in another coaching classes and he's going to continue to learn. It's a state of abject hopelessness, Pankaj. So complete,
completing the PhD in polarization.
It's Congress party. For the coaching.
Completing the PhD in polarization.
Polarization?
Yeah, he has completed Yogi has completed his PhD in polarization.
I'm telling
so how you
don't you need a Gandhi Mukt Congress? Don't you need a Gandhi Mukt Congress? The thing with Rahul is perpetually being in a coaching class. The thing about learning from mistakes is that you will grow, you will learn, you will realize, right? Unfortunately for Rahul, he doesn't grow, he doesn't learn.
See,
his sister gets angry at the people. This tamasha.
I personally feel that
yes,
that he should choose his team carefully. His surroundings carefully.
He has a team. It's Priyanka Vadra, right? Randeep Surjewala and that fellow who used to be working with Sheila Dikshit. What's his name?
I am telling you.
Pawan, some fellow called Khera.
Yeah, so I am telling you that he should choose his team carefully. Now this is high time when he should carefully select his surroundings.
Okay.
Yes.
He doesn't need to choose team carefully. Team needs to choose a new leader. As simple as that.
Okay, let's get a word in. Let's get a word in from. Let me go across to Mr. Grewal. Mr. Grewal, what do you think? The lesson here. The Aam Aadmi Party is going to be difficult to. When they've completely taken over your vote today. I've not got an update on the vote share in Punjab for the Shiromani Akali Dal. Can you tell me, Abhishek?
They have swept the
yeah, Mr. Grewal.
We tried our best and we worked hard, but couldn't succeed in the finals. It's a very different and unexpected situation. But I can tell you one thing, that Akali Dal will always remain an important part of Punjab politics. And no politics in Punjab without Akali Dal can be complete. Yes, it's a victory for the Aam Aadmi Party. It's a people's verdict. But I must say that I heard on other few channels that is it a winding up of Akali Dal. I must convey that it is not going to happen. Akali Dal is a part and parcel of Punjab and it can't be wiped out by the situation. We have faced such situations in 1989 when Mr. Mann swept the polls and Akali Dal was decimated. And we are passing through the same phase again. And things will move for the better. Let them work and we will watch them and give them chance what they have committed to the people, whether they perform or they do like what the Congress did.
Now my next question is to Kishore Tiwari. Mr. Kishore Tiwari, your partnership with Congress, it looks very dangerous for you. Because the Congress, anyone associated with the Congress will also lose. You know that. And you know that you have become very close to the Congress ideologically in terms of your positioning. Your position on the Palghar issue was the same. When I criticized Sonia Gandhi for her inaction on the Palghar issue, you attacked me. Right? So you have become a part and parcel of the Congress, scheme of things there nationally. That's dangerous. How long will this partnership continue? Shouldn't you drop the Congress if you want to save yourself?
I would like to congratulate Arvind Kejriwal and the BJP, Yogi ji, for their repeat performance. In fact, it's an excellent performance, much better than the 2017 also. And Akali Dal has been wiped out. BJP has been wiped out in Punjab. So people don't believe in social engineering. People believe in welfare schemes and all these things. In fact, what you have advised us regarding the Congress alliance and all these things, we will have seriously retrospection at our level. Arnab?
Oh, you're going to think about it. Yeah, no, you're going to think about it. That's very, very interesting. Very interesting. In fact, this is being said everywhere right now, Karan, that anybody who has anything to do with Congress will lose. And just 1 minute, please, Niranjan. I just wanted a comment from Karan on that. Karan, this association, this comment out there, sense of wariness.
RJD realized it the hard way.
RJD left.
RJD gave
left
too many seats.
Yeah.
Too many seats to the Congress and they were routed off in those 70 seats.
Yeah.
I guess he was too charmed by Rahul and Priyanka.
Yeah.
And he said, I had the worst bargain of my life.
Yeah.
So Congress has now become a liability in Indian politics.
Yeah.
It's clear. And they're dead and buried after this election.
Absolutely. No.
Dead
Now.
and buried 6 feet under.
Yeah.
So, and what it also heralds, Arnab, is a new era in politics.
Yeah, I think
even heavyweights.
Yeah.
Heavyweights, even in BJP, have lost.
Yeah.
Uttar Singh Dhami has lost today.
Yeah, big one.
So the message is loud and clear. The heavyweight are the people of this country. And you have to listen to them. If you don't have your ear firmly placed on the ground, they're going to speak through the ballot. And they're going to punish you.
Yeah, they're going to
punish you. They are absolutely unrelenting now.
Yeah.
And we saw the demise of so many, political demise of so many heavyweights today.
Yeah.
Prakash Singh Badal, Sukhbir Badal, Amrinder Singh. So all this, in Hindi we use a word in UP, Lat Sahabiyat. ये लाट साहब है, दबंग है, तो उनका अब दौर खत्म हो चुका है.
बिल्कुल खत्म हो चुका है.
Meritocracy is going to be the rule. It is no longer going to be an aberration, and we must welcome that with open arms.
True. And as you're saying, we're also going to go across to Salil, joining us from the BJP headquarters. One point I want to add to Arnab.
Is he at the BJP headquarters in Punjab? Salil's location? Yes. Over to you, Rhythm.
All right. So, as we're reporting on this, the fact of the matter also is the Aam Aadmi Party fought for Badlav, and the tsunami that they've got is very clear. Salil, at the BJP headquarters, also tell us and give us a sense of what's happening.
देखिए, मैं इस समय चंडीगढ़ के भाजपा के मुख्यालय के अंदर हूं. जिस तरह से 4 राज्यों के अंदर भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने प्रचंड जीत जो है वो हासिल की है, उसके बाद यहां पर चंडीगढ़ के अंदर जो है वो जश्न का माहौल है. हमारे साथ चंडीगढ़ के जो भाजपा के अध्यक्ष हैं, हमारे साथ है अरुण सूद जी. सब क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
ये एक बहुत बड़ी जीत है जी, और 4 राज्यों में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार थी. 5 साल के सुशासन के बाद आज देश की जनता ने जो है, इन 4 राज्यों की जनता ने भारतीय जनता पार्टी पर फिर से अपना विश्वास जताया है. खास करके उत्तर प्रदेश में जिस प्रकार से लॉ एंड ऑर्डर की सिचुएशन को कंट्रोल किया गया, आज हमारी बहु बेटियां वहां सुरक्षित हैं, और जो गैंगस्टर थे उनको जेलों के अंदर या राज्य के बाहर किया गया. आज शांति व्यवस्था की गई और लोक कल्याणकारी जो नीतियां थी, उनके कारण से जनता ने आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी को अपना समर्थन दिया.
हमारे साथ यहाँ पर कुछ महिलाएं भी हैं, उनसे बात करेंगे. मैम, क्या कहना चाहेंगी जिस तरह आज उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर भी जीत हुई है, 4 राज्यों के अंदर जीत हुई है?
मैं ऐसा समझती हूँ कि पूरे भारत में भगवा लहराएगा, और जैसे हमारे प्रधान साहब ने कहा है कि महिलाएं सुरक्षित नहीं थी.
The Vadras have refused to address the press today. There is a communication that has come out that nobody from the Vadra Gandhi family will speak or issue a statement or say anything, will address the media. No reporters going to be spoken. They've sent this person, Randeep Surjewala, to do a press conference. Let's hear. It'll be very interesting, if not amusing. Yeah. Let's hear. Vadra Congress live press conference.
हम उत्तराखंड और गोवा में बेहतर चुनाव तो लड़े, पर जनता का मन नहीं जीत पाए, विजय के आंकड़े तक नहीं पहुंच पाए. हमारे लिए एक सीख है कि हमें धरातल पर और अधिक मेहनत करने की आवश्यकता है. हमने इस चुनाव को जातिवाद और धार्मिक ध्रुवीकरण के मुद्दों से दूर रख जनता के मुद्दों पर वापस लाने का सतत प्रयास किया. वो चाहे बेरोजगारी हो, वो चाहे महंगाई हो, चाहे वो डूबती अर्थव्यवस्था हो, चाहे वो जनता के समक्ष रोजमर्रा का संकट हो. चाहे वो शिक्षा हो, चाहे वो स्वास्थ्य हो, चाहे वो ढांचागत विकास हो। परंतु ये भी सच है कि भावनात्मक मुद्दे जनता की जिंदगी से जुड़े इन मुद्दों पर कहीं ना कहीं हावी हो गए। हम चुनाव हारे या जीतें, लेकिन भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस देश की जनता के साथ लगातार खड़ी है। हम जनता के मुद्दों को, महंगाई को, बेरोजगारी को, अर्थव्यवस्था को, शिक्षा को, स्वास्थ्य को, ढांचागत विकास को, इन सब मुद्दों को जिम्मेवारी के साथ उठाते रहेंगे। हम हार के कारणों पर गहन दृष्टि से आत्म मंथन और आत्म चिंतन दोनों करेंगे, संगठन पर काम करेंगे और भविष्य में और बेहतर प्रयास करेंगे। कांग्रेस अध्यक्षा श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी जी ने यह भी निर्णय लिया है कि वो बहुत जल्द कांग्रेस कार्य समिति की बैठक बुलाकर इन सारे हार के कारणों और 5 राज्यों के चुनाव पर एक व्यापक अंतर्मंथन कांग्रेस कार्य समिति करेगी। हम चुनाव परिणामों से निराश जरूर हैं, पर हताश नहीं। हम चुनाव हारे हैं, पर हिम्मत नहीं हारे। हम कहीं नहीं जा रहे। हम लड़ते रहेंगे जब तक जीत हासिल ना हो जाए, और वो जीत जनता की जीत हो। हम लौटेंगे नए बदलाव के साथ, नई रणनीति के साथ। सभी विजेताओं को एक बार फिर दिल से बहुत बहुत हार्दिक बधाई, और 5 राज्यों की जनता को एक उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए बेहतर शुभकामनाएं। I'll say it very, very briefly in English and then I'll take your questions. I take this opportunity to extend our felicitations to all the political parties and individuals who have achieved success in the elections to the 5 election-going states. In democracy, the decision of people is the ultimate evolution or evocation of their will, and we completely bow before in the people's vote.
Let's see if we get the audio. It'll be interesting if any questions are put to him. We lost the audio. I don't have the graphics there right now. Excuse me. There's no audio. There's no audio on that feed. Thank you very much. We are moving out from this, ladies and gentlemen. We go to our next live feed. Harish Rawat is also speaking. He's also lost his seat. Let's go across to that. Can we go across to Harish Rawat, please? Yeah.
कांग्रेस जनों और कांग्रेस नेतृत्व के बहुत प्रयासों के बावजूद भी हम उत्तराखंड की जनता का विश्वास जीतने में थोड़े कम रह गए। अगर लोगों ने विपक्ष के रूप में हमको अपनी भूमिका अदा करने का जो आदेश दिया है, एक बड़े हुए मैंडेट के साथ दिया है, हम उसको पूरे प्राणपण से, पूरी निष्ठा से निभाएंगे। और मैं सभी अपने नवनिर्वाचित विधायक गणों को, जिसमें कांग्रेस के विधायक गण हमारे सम्मिलित हैं, उन सबको बहुत बधाई देता हूं। और
is ultimate, and we bow our head before the verdict that people of these 5 election-going states have given. It's a fact that the results of the 5 election-going states are not as per our expectations. We expected far better results in Goa, in Uttarakhand and in Punjab. And we accept that we have not been able to completely win the trust of people of these states. In Punjab, Congress Party presented a new leadership in Sardar Charanjit Singh Channi, who is son of the soil, comes from a very humble background, is honest and dedicated to the cause of people of Punjab. But the entire incumbency of 4.5 years under Sardar Amrinder Singh, we could not overcome. People voted for a change, and we congratulate for Punjab the Aam Aadmi Party, Sardar Bhagwant Mann, as also Shri Arvind Kejriwal. In Uttar Pradesh, we were able to resurrect and revive the Congress party up to the grassroots.
This is actually quite
village.
incredible. It's never been seen before. I just want to comment over it. Can I just have the audio down a bit? I just want to comment over this, that here is a party which, having put Channi as the chief ministerial face, having propped up Navjot Singh Sidhu, having sacked Amrinder Singh, is blaming Amrinder Singh for losing the election and defending both Channi. I mean, this is where the thing gets impractical. This is not introspection, Pankaj. This is suicidal. I mean, if you want to take this line that you're going to defend the two people who you propped up as party president and chief minister, put the blame on the person you removed, then it's out of touch with reality. Pankaj, you've got to look at this, completely objectively. This is very strange behavior.
Yeah, I agree with you on this. That, rather than finding the excuses, now the Congress party should truly introspect what went wrong. And, when Captain Amrinder Singh was asked to resign, from that time onwards, there was a feeling within the party also, as far as I know, and in Punjab, that the way he was asked to resign was not good. And then in last year, in July, when Sidhu was handed over the PCC chief's job, that time also people were saying that it's not a good decision.
Yeah.
So as far as Punjab is concerned, Congress party made serious mistakes there, and the outcome of this election also is indicating this. What happened after putting Channi as the chief minister, though it was a good decision, but somehow Dalit votes could not be transferred the way it was expected after Channi became chief minister. So these are the reasons, and
I think one underestimated Amrinder Singh's popularity also and effectiveness. But maybe maybe that's something that the party can introspect later. I just want to say one thing out here. The BJP had a point to prove, and they actually did. The BJP knew that the whole country will be watching these elections like a hawk, right? These elections, one second. These elections will determine the entire trajectory of the BJP. It will not just be a semi-final, viewers, for 2024. It will be a straight-up verdict on the BJP's performance so far. And Sandeep Ghosh is also with us. And I think let's cut the chase. The big story is this is a huge shot in the arm, Sandeep, before the 24 elections. Big shot in the arm. I think 4 states and the country's most populous state. In the middle of your term at the center. Sandeep.
The opposition, by calling this a semi-final, has actually given BJP an advantage. They raised the profile of it. They were hoping against hope that BJP won't do well and they will use this to score a point against Modi and Yogi. And in fact, it's just turned out to be the opposite way. And, I think to hype it up this way, to really hand it out on a platter, also your friends in the media are highly responsible, because till 2 days ago, they were almost saying this neck to neck, if anything, BJP will scrape through. How wrong either they were in their reading or how, how they were misleading the public. So at the end of it, I think they have really bolstered the image of BJP. It's really like a 2019 repeat, the kind of euphoria you had at the end of 2014, 2019. Today, BJP will have, and BJP supporters will have the same kind of euphoria. And I would, blame a lot on the media for hyping this up. Nobody expected this kind of a result, just like they didn't expect the 2019 result of crossing 300.
Absolutely. I want to say once again that Yogi's press conference is live at 5 p.m. And joining me anytime now, I'm going to get Smriti Irani, who should be joining us live right now. And I was just telling you, viewers, let me stay with the pictures out there. Tuhin, over the pictures there, the bottom line is this, that this is also a statement of the double-engine Sarkar, which was scoffed at. The whole idea of Modi, Yogi, double-engine Sarkar. The Prime Minister was hyphenated to this elections. It's a big win because it's a statement not just on Yogi Adityanath, but also directly on the Prime Minister. Absolutely on the Prime Minister.
Absolutely.
And I think the Prime Minister... How is that validated?
In Punjab, you are getting 2 seats in Punjab, right?
I'm saying
and the Prime Minister went to Punjab to campaign twice or thrice, right?
I'm sorry. I think the Prime Minister spent significantly more time in Uttar Pradesh.
Can I make my point, please?
It's
not working in Punjab, my dear
stronger than ever. You can keep saying that. You've been saying that from 8 years, but it is alive, kicking, and stronger than ever. Let's just understand this, Arnab. Prime Minister is a once-in-a-century political phenomenon. Generally, waves last for 4 years, 5 years. This one is 10 years nearly.
Absolutely.
And still alive and kicking.
Tuhin.
Yeah.
And we got a little bit of breaking news before I go. Tuhin.
Yeah, first of all, let me express my gratitude. Let me begin by expressing my gratitude to Rahul Gandhi. On your show on 3rd December, I had made a tall claim that if Congress wins more than 5 seats in Uttar Pradesh, I will quit coming on television. I will quit politics. And I'm thankful to Rahul Gandhi for once again, prolonging my stay in the media. So, yes, absolutely. The verdict is for Modi's. The word. In fact, you should play out that video. That tweet has been publicized by the Republic channel. So, absolutely, this is
stop promoting yourself, Tuhin. Stop promoting yourself so openly. Come on.
This is a deliberate. This is a validation for the deliverance mechanism under Modi ji and Yogi ji. In fact, what is very surprising, in fact, I'm sure in the coming days you would be probing it more. I think the age-old cliches of, the hyphenations, Dalit Muslim together, Yadav Muslim together, all of them stand decimated. I would not be surprised if even within a family, the Yadavs and Muslims have voted for the BJP. Otherwise, such a massive majority would not have been possible. And I think this is an undisputed universal vote which BJP has started to get. This is a pro-incumbency vote in all the 3 states, and which actually shows, which is a validation of the way we have handled the COVID crisis, which is a validation of the vaccination program, which the Andolan GBs never ceased to criticize. And in fact, if I'm not mistaken, in Teni's constituency, in all the 7 assembly seats, BJP was leading. So somewhere, this is also a rebuke to all the fake activists who, had blocked roads while we were gracious in taking back the farm bills. I think the other side, the Andolan GBs, need to introspect a lot.
Okay, one minute. Christine is live from Patiala. I'd like to go across to that. There's a lot of celebrations and all going on there, and she's also been tracking Amrinder Singh closely. So, Christine, over to you, Christine. Christine, can you hear me? Over to you. I did a hand over to you. Christine is at the AAP office. The visuals on your screen are from the camera of our crew led by Christine. That is at the AAP office, I think, in Patiala.
Ajit Kohli won.
Big day there. Ajit Kohli has won.
He won from there with 19,800 seats.
Yes, Christine, over to you. Yes, Christine.
Yes. There's no scope. There's no scope.
Go on. Just can we tell her from the PCR itself that we can hear her? Christine, you're live now. Go on.
Arnab, I heard you take my name, so that's my cue. But yes, there's no room for me even moving away from the speaker. So you can see the Josh is certainly very, very high at this point in time. There's singing, there's dancing. People are already done with their Holi, and I also saw some of them sprinkling water at each other. So that's really the mood outside the AAP office here in Chandigarh. But, couple of couple of quick highlights as far as today's observations are concerned, Arnab. You know, of course, we've seen how the big stalwarts have gained nothing, absolutely nothing, and the Aam Aadmi Party has taken everyone by surprise by the kind of victory that we've essentially seen in Punjab. Now, if I talk about, the key battles that we were all watching out for, of course, goes without saying that the main focus has been that of Aam Aadmi Party and the performance they've given. Bhagwant Mann has won with a margin of 58,206 votes, so that's a big margin there. You know, Navjot Singh Sidhu has lost from Amritsar East. Captain Amrinder Singh has lost from Patiala by a margin of more than 19,000 votes. Charanjit Singh Channi has lost from both seats. So we keep up with these visuals because that's really the mood on the ground. And we picked up similar visuals, Arnab, from Sangrur as well, from Bhagwan Singh's residence. And we're also expecting a big show, a grand show tomorrow at the party office here in Chandigarh. So it's going to be massive tomorrow. But as for today, not getting your audio, but all I can tell you is the josh is certainly high at this point in time.
Absolutely, I can see that. Absolutely, that's brilliant. Situation for the Aam Aadmi Party, and I think I'm getting some pictures coming in. I didn't hear what I. Aparna Yadav. That's Akhilesh's sister-in-law.
Pakka, I'll give.
Akhilesh's sister-in-law has joined the BJP.
मैं बस इतना बोलना चाहती हूँ कि जो भी लोग कहते थे और तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति करते थे, जात पात फैलाते थे, आज उनको मुंह तोड़ जवाब मिला है। अपर्णा यादव आज भी अपनी बात पे टिकी हुई है कि हमारा नारा जय श्री राम था और जय श्री राम के साथ ही हम 10 मार्च को सरकार बना रहे हैं। प्रचंड जीत मेरे विश्वास की हुई है। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का जो मूल मंत्र है, सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास, और जिस प्रकार से यशस्वी मुख्यमंत्री योगी जी ने इसको आत्मसात किया है, हर एक प्रदेश के नागरिक का ध्यान रखा है, मुझे लगता है कि इससे अच्छी सरकार, इससे अच्छी व्यवस्था नहीं हो सकती थी। और जो लोग जो भी कुछ कहते हैं, आज मैं एक ही नारा दूंगी कि हिंदू, मुस्लिम, सिख, ईसाई सब के सब हैं भाजपाई।
आज कैसे आप देखेंगे क्या परिवारवाद की वाकई हार हुई है और जो राष्ट्रवाद की बात आप
देखिए, मुझे परिवारवाद हो, चाहे तुष्टीकरण हो, चाहे जात पात हो, चाहे अलगाव की बात हो, जो लोग कहते थे कि जो है उत्तर प्रदेश के लोगों पर जिन लोगों ने कमेंट किया था, चाहे वो पंजाब के मुख्यमंत्री चन्नी जी हों, उनकी भी हार हुई है। तो मैं सिर्फ यही कहूँगी कि हर जगह कमल विश्वास का प्रतीक बनकर के उभरा है और कमल के साथ साथ हम सभी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोगों की जीत हुई है। जी,
किस तरीके से देखते हैं समाजवादी पार्टी, जिनको लग रहा था कि सरकार बनाने जा रहे हैं, लेकिन उनका ये कहता है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने कुछ ब्लफ करके या ईवीएम की भी बात है।
देखिए, ये सब बातें सरकार में रहते हुए और एक समय तक जब आप जो है इतनी बड़ी पार्टी से होते हैं तो इस तरीके की बात नहीं। देश का विश्वास है ईवीएम, और ईवीएम पे ही सबने बहुत फ्री और फेयर तरीके से वोट कास्ट किया है, और इस तरीके की बात कहना मुझे नहीं लगता ये अच्छी बात है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी की राष्ट्रवाद के मुद्दे पर जीत हुई है और जीत सुनिश्चित हो चुकी है, डंका बज चुका है। हमने लड़ाई करी हनुमान जी की तरह और हम जीते हैं जय श्री राम की तरह।
जो लोग आरोप लगाते थे उनको आत्ममंथन करने की भी जरूरत है।
बिल्कुल आत्ममंथन की जरूरत है, और मैं तो उनको भी जवाब देना चाहती हूँ। आज जिन्होंने अपर्णा यादव पर भी बहुत ज्यादा कटाक्ष करा था कि जो है वो आज क्या कहाँ गए, आज वो सब जो है देखिए ईश्वर की सत्ता पे और दिव्य सत्ता पर विश्वास रखना चाहिए। हमने भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ जो काम किया है और जिस मंथन से मोदी जी और योगी जी का विश्वास करके हमने पार्टी चूज करके आगे बढ़ने का काम किया है, हर एक कार्यकर्ता ने बहुत खून पसीना बहाया है अपना, और हम आगे भी सेवा का काम करते रहेंगे।
बहुत टाइम मिला जब आप जब से लगातार मेहनत करेंगे, लेकिन अब क्या आप इसके बाद नेताजी से आशीर्वाद लेंगे?
बिल्कुल नेताजी से आशीर्वाद लूंगी मैं, और मैं उनको भी यही
बस कहूँगी कि भाई हमारी जीत हुई है, इसके लिए आशीर्वाद दीजिए। निधर जी ने मुझे हमेशा आशीर्वाद दिया है, मन से दिया है, हृदय से दिया है, और मैं बहुत कृतज्ञ हूँ अपने ससुर जी का कि उन्होंने मुझे हमेशा आशीर्वाद दिया है बढ़ने का आगे। थैंक यू।
अपर्णा यादव 44 साल के, और देखिए अपर्णा यादव के घर के बाहर भी
Okay, that's Aparna Yadav, ladies and gentlemen, and Smriti Irani is going to be joining us live in just a few minutes. So I'll take a short break before that. Hearing here, and that's the big news, that Dhami is likely to continue as Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, and he has the blessings of the BJP Central Command for that. We'll also have to follow that story because he's lost himself, but then he's coming in as a replacement Chief Minister towards the last few months did help the party. Short break. Coming up on the other side, Smriti Irani, who campaigned a lot in these elections.
अभी लेट रिजल्ट फुल्ली आउट, उसके बाद में हम निर्णय ले लेंगे। अभी हमारा सर्टिफिकेट लेने जा रहा हूँ।
मैं प्रदेश की जनता का आभार प्रकट करता हूं, जिन्होंने जाति, धर्म, संप्रदाय और पार्टी लाइन को तोड़ करके बीजेपी को अपनाया है।
भूल गई? नेक्स्ट वीकेंड का तो प्लान है ना?
तुम पहली जगह तो बुक कर लो।
बुकिंग्स भी कर दी, फोटोज भी भेज दी।
गूंजती धड़कनों से दीवारें हैं।
नाइस।
नॉट नाइस, इट्स ब्यूटीफुल।
आज घर पे
कुछ पल घर के नाम।
आज आम आदमी पार्टी ने जो है वो पंजाब के, देखिए आम आदमी पार्टी ने आज पंजाब के अंदर प्रचंड बहुमत जो है वो हासिल किया है। इस समय हमारे साथ राघव चड्ढा हैं, उनसे बात करेंगे। राघव जी, पंजाब के अंदर प्रचंड बहुमत जो है आम आदमी पार्टी ने हासिल किया है, किस तरह देखते हो इस जीत को आप?
देखिए, ये एक चमत्कार से कम नहीं है और पंजाब के लोगों ने एक बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी आम आदमी पार्टी को दी। हमें विश्वास था पहले दिन से कि आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी, लेकिन इतना प्यार, इतना आशीर्वाद पंजाब के लोग देंगे ये हमने सोचा भी नहीं था। और ये कोई नॉर्मल इलेक्शन विक्ट्री नहीं है, एक बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है काम करने की, पंजाब को सुनहरा बनाने की। और मेरा अपना मानना है कि आम आदमी पार्टी के अब इस टेन्योर में पंजाब उड़ता पंजाब नहीं, उठता पंजाब, खुशहाल पंजाब के नाम से जाना जाएगा। मैं पंजाब के लोगों का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं, जिन्हें हमने झाड़ू चलाने के लिए कहा था उन्होंने तो वैक्यूम क्लीनर चला दिया और पूरी साफ सफाई कर दी। सारे बड़े बड़े सियासतदानों को पछाड़कर ईमानदार लोगों को चुना और भगवंत मान साहब अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की कट्टर ईमानदार जोड़ी को गले लगाया है। केजरीवाल मॉडल ऑफ गवर्नेंस पे मोहर लगाई है।
राघव जी, अगर बात करें आखिरी समय में 4-5 दिन ऐसे रहे जिसमें कई वीडियो सामने आए, आतंकवाद की बात की गई, कांग्रेस की इनफाइटिंग अगर देखें, किसको आप देखते हैं कि जो आपके फेवर में गई?
देखिए, एक इलेक्शन में कई सारे फैक्टर्स होते हैं, कोई एक या दो फैक्टर्स नहीं होते, इट्स अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ सेवरल थिंग्स। लेकिन मोटे मोटे तौर पे
तो आम आदमी पार्टी के नेता राघव चड्ढा कह रहे हैं कि किस तरह से वहां पर सफाई कर दी है, किस तरह सफाई कर दी है और आम जनता ने सफाई की है। उन्होंने कह दिया वैक्यूम क्लीनर लगा दिया है वहां पर।
और इतने मोटरसाइकिल पीछे हैं, कैसा लग रहा है? मैंने कहा जी बहुत बुरा लग रहा है। कहते ये कैसा जवाब है? नेता लोग तो खुश होते हैं कि यूथ हमारे साथ है। मैंने कहा जी मैं वो नेता नहीं हूँ जो नौजवानों की भीड़ को देखकर खुश होऊंगा। और बुधवार वाली वो कम करनी है और नौजवानों के हाथों च टीके ने, वो फ्रस्ट्रेशन च ने, वो कोई अचान नहीं कोई नशा करता, उन्होंने कुछ दिख ही नहीं रहा। नौजवानों के हाथों चो टीके खो के टिफन फड़ावांगे, काम ते जाओ, शाम को अपने परिवार च घरे आके रोटी खाओ। अज यूक्रेन की खबर देख लो, किन्ने मुंडे अपने पढ़न गए हुए ने, कुड़ियां इत्थे क्यों नहीं पढ़ाई हैगी? बई इत्थे 98% नंबर लेके भी पैसे है नहीं, साढ़े को 1.5 करोड़ लगता है। यूक्रेन वर्गा छोटा जा मुल्क।
बिल्कुल सुचारिता, देखिए यहाँ मैं भी नहीं बच पाई हूँ, हालांकि आप देख सकते हैं कि होली यहाँ पर शुरू हो चुकी है। जो तमाम लोग हैं यहाँ पर इस वक्त होली खेलते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। ये आप चारों तरफ ये नजारा देखिए कि होली, दिवाली यहाँ पर शुरू हो चुकी है। ये बूढ़े बाबा हैं जो गाना गाएंगे। क्या गाएंगे बाबा?
होली खेले रघुवीरा।
देखिए योगी का बुलडोजर चल रहा है।
हाँ, योगी का बुलडोजर। ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं की
जीत है। लोग विकास चाहते हैं, लोग दंगा मुक्त और विकास युक्त सरकार चाहते हैं और उसका परिणाम है भारतीय जनता पार्टी।
जिस देश में जिस भेष में योश रहो, मोदी योगी मोदी योगी मोदी योगी का बुलडोजर चलेगा।
मैडम मुनव्वर राणा से मेरा सवाल है, अब यूपी छोड़ेंगे कि नहीं? मुनव्वर राणा से मेरा सवाल है, यूपी छोड़ेंगे कि नहीं? और
आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पूरे उत्तर प्रदेश कार्यालय पर पूरा जश्न का माहौल बना हुआ।
भारतीय जनता बहुत पूर्ण बहुमतों से आगे बढ़ रही है।
उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता को बारंबार बधाई है कि मोदी जी जिंदाबाद की वजह है, जिसके जातिगत छोड़कर, जाति भाव को छोड़कर उन्होंने भारतीय जनता पार्टी को चुना है।
देखिए और भी तमाम लोग हैं यहाँ। होली का माहौल हो चुका है, तमाम महिलाएं यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं। महिलाओं से बात करना भी बहुत महिला सुरक्षा एक बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा रहा है यहाँ।
क्या मुद्दा रहा है?
महिला सुरक्षा बहुत बड़ा।
बिल्कुल पूरे देश में और उत्तर प्रदेश में विशेष महिला सुरक्षा, महिलाओं का सम्मान, महिलाओं।
Okay, just 1 minute. Dalit vote ban didn't happen. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I think we have Smriti Irani live with us. Smriti Irani, Union Minister, is live now on Republic. Congratulations on the numbers. What is more significant, Ms. Irani, for the BJP? The fact that it has won in 4 states, or winning UP quite substantially? If you were to be asked to choose which one is more significant, which one would you pick?
I think, Arnab, for us, what is of particular delight is the fact that the people of Uttar Pradesh particularly have rejected vote bank politics and politics of a particular family. I also believe that when we rejoice in the victory in Uttar Pradesh, I also individually take pride in the Manipur results, because the BJP organizationally has given the responsibility to a female state president. I am also delighted that those who are naysayers who said that in Uttarakhand and in Goa, BJP will be abysmal in its performance today, are possibly chewing the numbers and wondering why their projections went wrong. So for me, if you ask me what is important for the Bharatiya Janata Party, I say this, that what is important for Indian politics today is that vote bank politics has been rejected, that people have come out decisively and voted on issues of development.
Absolutely, it is without doubt, without doubt. Is this a midterm test for the BJP machinery?
Arnab, every election that we opine on, be it a municipal election or a Jila Panchayat election or a Vidhan Sabha election, it seems every election is projected as a litmus test for Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi's leadership was expected to receive vehement support in 2014. There were naysayers in 2019 who had their hopes dejected and rejected when Narendra Modi came back with an emphatic victory. And today, with a deep sense of gratitude and humility, let me say this, that in 24 again, you and I, if you agree, will speak about how Narendra Modi magic worked once again, and how once again in 24, he is the Prime Minister of India.
And about the vote share, a 42.3% vote share in Uttar Pradesh, that was unexpected. Has this come at the cost of any parties? Does this have anything to do with the BSP vote share almost crumbling to around 50% at what it used to be?
I would take umbrage, Arnab, in the fact that you will not allocate our success to our strengths, our success to the fact that we reached out to voters, and prescribe it to the crumbling of a political organization other than us. In fact, I would say this, that I am delighted, in fact, about the fact that the vote share has gone up, because There were hordes of women who came out in support of the Bharatiya Janata Party. The vote share went up because people recognize that this is a decisive election where many naysayers, especially in Newton's Delhi, spoke about anti-incumbency. They were determined to make it as an example of pro-incumbency. And I think that you can attribute the growth in the vote share to that conscientious citizen that wanted to send a message to political organizations and so-called Rajneetik Visheshagyas across the country that this is a vote for development.
Ms. Irani, the Samajwadi Party said, and I'd just like to read out to you what they have said in a tweet. They said, "Sabhi सपा गठबंधन प्रत्याशियों, पदाधिकारियों, कार्यकर्ताओं एवं नेताओं से अपील है कि अपनी सतर्कता बनाए रखें। अभी भी बहुत राउंड की गिनती बाकी है और कई सीटों पर मार्जिन कम है। बीजेपी के लोग जीत का जश्न मनाकर आपको बरगला रहे हैं। इनके धोखे में ना आए, मतगणना स्थल पर मजबूती से डटे रहें।" द इंसिनुएशन जो कहा जा रहा है, एक तरह से जो चार्ज है आप पर, द इंसिनुएशन इज कि बीजेपी के कार्यकर्ता गड़बड़ी कर रहे हैं पोलिंग बूथ पर, ये धोखा हो रहा है, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा, and there hasn't been a statement yet from Akhilesh conceding defeat. What is your take on this? Because there's an attempt at creating this kind of एक तरह से doubt create करने की कोशिश हो रही है।
What kind of a statement, Arnab, what kind of a statement would you expect from Akhilesh ji? And I say this with a modicum of modesty, from a man who gave a clarion call for violence, for a man who besmirched the name of the Election Commission of India. Would you honestly expect him to accept his political fate? Is it the first time that Akhilesh Yadav has lost to the Bharatiya Janata Party? No. Loss has become a habit for him. The fact that the pride has taken a huge hit because he did have a lot of friends, particularly in the media, who implored to those they presumed were sitting at the sidelines that ab cycle chalegi raftar se. We all knew whoever is connected to the ground ki cycle kab ki puncture ho chuke. Do you honestly expect that such a gentleman would tell his party members to embrace the election results, the people's verdict, with humility and grace? That is not expected of him. This is a gentleman who particularly ensured that in his congregations, journalists are pushed around. This is a gentleman who particularly ensured that those who have a criminal background are particularly given tickets. This is a gentleman who refused to take action against his candidates who openly threatened voters. And now you want this gentleman to show you respect towards the people's mandate. That is not a possibility.
The Congress party. Are you surprised with the results in Raebareli and Amethi where the BJP has won?
I know, Arnab, that you are particularly devastated that the Congress has lost its grip on Indian politics. I know that you're particularly devastated that the Congress party especially is led by people who have made it a political virtue to befool people on the basis of fake promises. I will only say this, that it was presumed that Mrs. Vadra प्राण फूकने आई है, लेकिन पार्टी फूक के जा रही है, सबको पता था. That for them politics is a vocation. That for them politics is an issue for which they have only limited time for. For them, politics and particularly elections is reduced to just vacationing politically or to tour politically and reduced to snapshots, Twitter feeds. For us, politics is about ensuring that the people's challenges are met with solution. And that is a drastic difference between the two organizations. Now the question that begets the Congress Karyakarta and organization is this: for how long will they take on the burden called the Gandhi family? It is not a question for me to reflect on. It's a question for Congress to ponder over.
Well, truly, any questions here from any of our... Abhishek, would you like to shoot a question there? Abhishek Kapoor would like to ask you a quick question. Smriti, Abhishek.
Well, for one, the fact that women came out in large numbers and, so to say, voted with both hands, what schemes you think played their role in that factor, which is, I think, a decisive factor in today's victory?
Talking about it, yes.
I think, Abhishek, particularly for women, the law and order situation and the administrative response to the same is something that became a huge factor for their draw towards the Bharatiya Janata Party. Additionally, 15 crore citizens in Uttar Pradesh received 19 months of free ration. Women particularly benefited from the free COVID vaccine. They particularly benefited over 2 crore women who received a toilet for the first time in their own individual households. And these are the factors which became dominant for the female voter. I am particularly honored that there was a presumption about women voters in UP, that they incline towards a political organization that their families tell them to incline towards. The fact that women, particularly in Uttar Pradesh, have understood the power of that one vote that that woman has is something that we can all celebrate today. It is an indication not only to Uttar Pradesh politics, but the country at large.
Yeah. Well, Smriti Irani, this is big. It's a semi-final to 2024, and no, I'm not devastated. Why should I be devastated? I watch with great amusement. No, I watch with great amusement. I just said sometime back, Smriti, that the person who you devastated last time in the Lok Sabha election has just got into another coaching class. He says he says it's a learning experience for me. Every election he says I learn. And I learn and I learn. Yes.
Arnab, they are barely amusing. They are barely amusing. They are mostly inept.
Well, Smriti, I have a request for you. And that comes from our sister channel, Republic Bangla. They're lined up. They want to speak to you. A lot of people, we've done a lot of coverage on Republic Bangla. There's a lot of curiosity about the results and its national impact. So Mayuk is waiting to go live with you on Republic Bangla. So if you can just not take off your talk back, I'll hand over to them. Thank you very much for speaking to me. That's Smriti Irani, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, please do stay, and that's a toss to Republic Bangla. And the way this picture is now, I quite see here, and if you can just go to the picture, I quite see here a sense of quiet confidence coming in the BJP after this. There was nervousness for the last 7 to 8 months, but quiet confidence comes up. Ravi Shankar Prasad is with us, a former union minister, very senior BJP leader. Mr. Prasad, good evening. Good afternoon, actually. We're expecting Yogi Adityanath's press conference in about 20 minutes, may go across to 30 minutes. What's your take? This has been a spectacular performance, both in terms of vote share and the fact that the BJP is coming back. At a national level, what will this mean for the BJP?
Arnab, great to see you on the screen and hear you after a long time. Good luck to you. Yes, great day for us.
Same here.
My greetings to all the leader, the Prime Minister, Yogi Ji, the Home Minister, the party president. Arnab, you asked me national impact. May I very quickly tell you a few things. Number one, it is 7 years plus for the Prime Minister Narendra Modi Ji, but his popularity remains not only intact, but continues to soar. That's the first thing I'd like to say. UP, biggest state of India, 2014 Lok Sabha, massive victory. 2017 Vidhan Sabha, massive victory. 2019 Lok Sabha, again massive victory. 2022 Vidhan Sabha, massive victory. The biggest state of India and 5 victories in a row, massive, is not a small achievement. Why it is happening? The politics of caste, the politics of mafiacy, the politics of crime, criminal patronage has been given a resounding no by the voters. And the politics of hope and delivery triumphs. Okay? Therefore, I say it is a tectonic shift in the politics of the country. The politics of performance is completely rewriting the rules of the games of political democracy in the country. If I can say, you make a group of your family, party family concern, promote mafiosi, alliance with this caste group, that caste group and that. Or now have you seen, most of the mafia people have lost, most of them. And those who think that they are a monopoly of a particular caste, they have been defeated in those constituencies where the caste has a big sway. Therefore, and yes, women voter by themselves is no small achievement. They have seen the price of delivery. They have seen Modi ji, Yogi ji team is delivering. But the larger issue is, or no, because I have been frequently talking to you the politics of Northeast. Manipur is a great triumph today. A state which used to be completely pulverized by secessionism, by other things, today is on path of development. Goa, where arithmetic was the first question, not politics, but today BJP is getting a convincing victory. Same in Uttarakhand. Therefore, it is a tectonic shift or no? Yes. And because you observe politics of India very closely, it is indeed a tectonic moment in the country. Hats off to my Prime Minister, Narendra Modi ji, all the leaders, and Yogi ji in particular.
Yes, absolutely. You know, I was saying, Mr. Prasad, first of all, let me also say it is an absolute pleasure to speak to you again. And I miss that, you know, we all miss that. You know, it's great to see you today. Because unlike in 2021, I also felt it was a battle of prestige for the BJP. Because unlike in 2021, where the BJP was never in power in states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu and West Bengal, though West Bengal was hyped a lot, but it was not in power. So it had less to lose. This time I thought the stakes were very high because the BJP was in power in 4 out of 5 states that went to the election. So it's a battle of prestige and the BJP swung it.
Absolutely right. But Arnab, today I would like to ask one question, taking benefit of my talking to you. Where are our great friends of Delhi, who used to predict doom for the BJP in these elections? Where are they, by the way? Have you heard their names? Or their comments?
They are. They will hide for about 24 hours. And they'll come out after that.
and also not only shouting abuses on us, but even not sparing
I think so because
journalists and editors too.
No, they made this analysis. True. You know, they were writing threads on Twitter on how the BJP will lose the vote from the Dalit community. And they were saying, I mean, I'll take names. I mean, there's Sabha Naqvi who says, educated Dalit in services has decided that long-term BJP is a disaster. Now, how did Sabha Naqvi know that? You know, somebody called Rohini Singh said that the BJP will end up losing, says Swaminathan Iyer. Now, Swaminathan Iyer is in Washington. What does he know? What does he know? So I know it's like the blind leading the blind, but it's a relevant question because I truly think that where the media lost objectivity in the reading of this election is very significant, Mr. Prasad, isn't it? The media lost objectivity in the last few months, especially.
Or no, you are absolutely right. I would request these friends, they're entitled to have their views. Why not? It's democracy. Lekin, if the country is changing, if the people are transcending caste barriers, if people are moving fast on the road of development, then are you willing to even acknowledge that? Or is still your BJP bias dominates your objective analysis? That I would surely like to highlight today. But Arnab, I must tell you, it is a great day today.
Yeah.
And I'm quite sure the country is happy, India's prestige. Arnab, kindly see the reaction of some of these people, the way Modi's government rescued all the Indians from Ukraine, the way the Prime Minister took the lead. Some people even criticizing that. Let's say, kahi to hona chahiye ki at least on certain issues there has to be objectivity. But people give the reply to them, and let us rejoice today. It is not a day of any criticism. I would like to rejoice in the victory of my party. My greetings to the people, the Prime Minister, Yogi Ji, Home Minister Amit Shah. He did a great job in coordinating all the social groups also because he was an architect of victory in 14, in 17, you know it very well. He was the party president. The party president, JP Nadda, and all worked so closely. But I must say, Arnab, my closing shot, a word of praise for Mr. Yogi. Because for the first time, a chief minister of a big state like Uttar Pradesh, not only getting re-elected, but not a single trace of anti-incumbency against him. Therefore, you perform, then you get rewarded. And if you don't perform, only have the plaything of caste and everything, then you perish. I think a lot of UP players are realizing this today. Arnab, it was wonderful talking to you, Arnab. Great talking to you. And we will continue to exchange our notes.
Wonderful talking to you as well.
But I follow you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great talking to you, especially on big news days. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Ravi Shankar Prasad, you know. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, that's Ravi Shankar Prasad. One quick live hit with Priyanka. I think she's at the BJP office. Yogi should be coming anytime. So BJP headquarters, let's see what the build-up there is like. Let's see. Dramatic pictures. Yeah, let's go live. Priyanka, over to you.
Well, yes, Arnab, right here at the BJP headquarters in Lucknow, and in fact we can barely move is the number of cadre, in fact the BJP workers who have gathered here. Celebration at its crescendo, Arnab. In fact, they are in fact waiting for just a few minutes from now when they will see Yogi Adityanath coming through these doors where we are standing, and he will be going inside the BJP headquarters where he will first make his way through the sea of cadre that is in fact gathered here and celebrating the BJP's landslide victory here, and then of course he will be going inside this entire BJP headquarters and then addressing the media, addressing a press conference with respect to the BJP's win today. And we have seen the BJP MLAs, in fact candidates as well, who have made their way inside of the BJP headquarters just a few minutes ago, and now we will see Yogi Adityanath also, we're being told by 5:15 p.m. is when he is expected to arrive here and spend some time with the cadre and then make his way towards the press conference. And we can see how by the minute, Arnab, we see more and more cadre, more and more BJP workers gathering here, coming here to the BJP headquarters to celebrate. Really to celebrate the BJP's landslide victory, and that's exactly the scenes, the pictures of what we're showing you right now on your screens. We have seen the workers from across the country, in fact across the state as well, who have been working throughout the campaign.
Live location, we wish we could stay with that. I will take a break, however. The breaking news is that Yogi has just won with 102,000 votes, 1 lakh massive victory for Yogi Adityanath in Gorakhpur. Ladies and gentlemen, quick short break, and I'm coming back on the other side. It's going to get exciting. All the live coverage is only just building up.
भूल गई? नेक्स्ट वीकेंड का तो प्लान है ना?
तुम पहली जगह तो बुक कर लो।
बुकिंग्स भी कर दी, फोटोज भी भेज दी।
गूंजती धड़कनों से दीवारें हैं।
नाइस।
Not nice. It's beautiful.
आज घर
सेरा कुछ पल घर के नाम।
आज आम आदमी पार्टी ने जो है वो पंजाब के, देखिए आम आदमी पार्टी ने आज पंजाब के अंदर प्रचंड बहुमत जो है वो हासिल किया है। इस समय हमारे साथ राघव चड्ढा हैं, उनसे बात करेंगे। राघव जी, पंजाब के अंदर प्रचंड बहुमत जो है आम आदमी पार्टी ने हासिल किया है, किस तरह देखते हो इस जीत को आप?
देखिए, ये एक चमत्कार से कम नहीं है और पंजाब के लोगों ने एक बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी आम आदमी पार्टी को दी। हमें विश्वास था पहले ही दिन से कि आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी, लेकिन इतना प्यार, इतना आशीर्वाद पंजाब के लोग देंगे ये हमने सोचा भी नहीं था। और ये कोई नॉर्मल इलेक्शन विक्ट्री नहीं है, एक बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है काम करने की, पंजाब को सुनहरा बनाने की। और मेरा अपना मानना है कि आम आदमी पार्टी के अब इस टेन्योर में पंजाब उड़ता पंजाब नहीं, उठता पंजाब, खुशहाल पंजाब के नाम से जाना जाएगा। मैं पंजाब के लोगों का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ, जिन्हें हमने झाड़ू चलाने के लिए कहा था उन्होंने तो वैक्यूम क्लीनर चला दिया और पूरी साफ सफाई कर दी। सारे बड़े बड़े सियासतदानों को पछाड़कर ईमानदार लोगों को चुना और भगवंत मान साहब अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की कट्टर ईमानदार जोड़ी को गले लगाया है। केजरीवाल मॉडल ऑफ गवर्नेंस पे मोहर लगाई है।
राघव जी, अगर बात करें आखिरी समय में 4-5 दिन ऐसे रहे जिसमें कई वीडियो सामने आए, आतंकवाद की बात की गई, कांग्रेस की इनफाइटिंग अगर देखें, किसको आप देखते हैं कि जो आपके फेवर में गई?
देखिए, एक इलेक्शन में कई सारे फैक्टर्स होते हैं, कोई एक या दो फैक्टर्स नहीं होते, इट्स अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ सेवरल थिंग्स। लेकिन मोटे मोटे तौर पे
तो आम आदमी पार्टी के नेता राघव चड्ढा कह रहे हैं कि किस तरह से वहां पर सफाई कर दी है, किस तरह सफाई कर दी है और आम जनता ने सफाई की है। उन्होंने कह दिया वैक्यूम क्लीनर लगा दिया है वहां पर।
और इतने मोटरसाइकिल पीछे हैं, कैसा लग रहा है? मैंने कहा जी बहुत बुरा लग रहा है। कहते ये कैसा जवाब है? नेता लोग तो खुश होते हैं कि यूथ हमारे साथ है। मैंने कहा जी मैं वो नेता नहीं हूँ जो नौजवानों की भीड़ को देखकर खुश होऊंगा। और बुधवार वाली वो कम करनी है और नौजवानों के हाथों च टीके ने, वो फ्रस्ट्रेशन च ने, वो कोई अचान नहीं कोई नशा करता, उन्होंने कुछ दिख ही नहीं रहा। नौजवानों के हाथों चो टीके खो के टिफन फड़ावांगे, काम ते जाओ, शाम ਨੂੰ अपने परिवार च घरे आके रोटी खाओ। अज यूक्रेन की खबर देख लो, किन्ने मुंडे अपने पढ़न गए हुए ने, कुड़ियां इत्थे क्यों नहीं पढ़ाई हैगी बई? इत्थे 98% नंबर लेके भी पैसे है नहीं, साढ़े को 1.5 करोड़ लगता है। यूक्रेन वर्गा छोटा जा मुल्क।
बिल्कुल सुचारिता, देखिए यहाँ मैं भी नहीं बच पाई हूँ, हालांकि आप देख सकते हैं कि होली यहाँ पर शुरू हो चुकी है। जो तमाम लोग हैं यहाँ पर इस वक्त होली खेलते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। ये आप चारों तरफ ये नजारा देखिए कि होली, दिवाली यहाँ पर शुरू हो चुकी है। ये बूढ़े बाबा हैं जो गाना गाएंगे। क्या गाएंगे बाबा?
होली खेलना रघुवीरा।
देखिए योगी का बुलडोजर चल रहा है।
योगी का बुलडोजर। ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं की जीत है। लोग विकास चाहते हैं, लोग दंगा मुक्त और विकास युक्त सरकार चाहते हैं और उसका परिणाम है भारतीय जनता पार्टी।
जिस देश में, जिस भेष में योश रहो, मोदी योगी, मोदी योगी, मोदी योगी का बुलडोजर चलेगा।
मैडम, मुनव्वर राणा से मेरा सवाल है, अब यूपी छोड़ेंगे कि नहीं? मुनव्वर राणा से मेरा सवाल है, यूपी छोड़ेंगे कि नहीं? और
आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पूरे उत्तर प्रदेश कार्यालय पर पूरा जश्न का माहौल बना हुआ। भारतीय जनता बहुत पूर्ण बहुमतों से आगे बढ़ रही है। उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता को बारंबार बधाई है कि मोदी जी जिंदाबाद की बजात है, जिसके
Yogi storm rages on in battleground Uttar Pradesh. Samajwadi Party gains 10% vote share. Mayawati vote erodes 10%. Uttar Pradesh rejects Vadra Congress. It's a complete Priyanka Vadra-led disaster for the Congress party. It's an Aam Aadmi Party storm in Punjab elections. Doubles Punjab vote share in a historic mandate.
भूल गई? नेक्स्ट वीकेंड का तो प्लान है ना?
तुम पहली जगह तो बुक कर लो।
बुकिंग्स भी कर दी, फोटोज भी भेज दी।
गूंजती धड़कनों से दीवारें हैं।
नाइस।
नॉट नाइस, इट्स ब्यूटीफुल।
आज घर पे
जरा कुछ पल घर के नाम।
आज आम आदमी पार्टी ने जो है वो पंजाब के, देखिए आम आदमी पार्टी ने आज पंजाब के अंदर प्रचंड बहुमत जो है वो हासिल किया है। इस समय हमारे साथ राघव चड्ढा हैं, उनसे बात करेंगे। राघव जी, पंजाब के अंदर प्रचंड बहुमत जो है आम आदमी पार्टी ने हासिल किया है, किस तरह देखते हो इस जीत को आप?
देखिए, ये एक चमत्कार से कम नहीं है और पंजाब के लोगों ने एक बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी आम आदमी पार्टी को दी। हमें विश्वास था पहले ही दिन से कि आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार बनेगी, लेकिन इतना प्यार, इतना आशीर्वाद पंजाब के लोग देंगे ये हमने सोचा भी नहीं था। और ये कोई नॉर्मल इलेक्शन विक्ट्री नहीं है, एक बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है काम करने की, पंजाब को सुनहरा बनाने की। और मेरा अपना मानना है कि आम आदमी पार्टी के अब इस टेन्योर में पंजाब उड़ता पंजाब नहीं, उठता पंजाब, खुशहाल पंजाब के नाम से जाना जाएगा। मैं पंजाब के लोगों का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं, जिन्हें हमने झाड़ू चलाने के लिए कहा था उन्होंने तो वैक्यूम क्लीनर चला दिया और पूरी साफ सफाई कर दी। सारे बड़े बड़े सियासतदानों को पछाड़कर ईमानदार लोगों को चुना और भगवंत मान साहब अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की कट्टर ईमानदार जोड़ी को गले लगाया है। केजरीवाल मॉडल ऑफ गवर्नेंस पे मोहर लगाई है।
राघव जी, अगर बात करें आखिरी समय में 4-5 दिन ऐसे रहे जिसमें कई वीडियो सामने आए, आतंकवाद की बात की गई, कांग्रेस की इनफाइटिंग अगर देखें, किसको आप देखते हैं कि जो आपके फेवर में गई?
देखिए, एक इलेक्शन में कई सारे फैक्टर्स होते हैं, कोई एक या दो फैक्टर्स नहीं होते, इट्स अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ सेवरल थिंग्स। लेकिन मोटे मोटे तौर पे
तो आम आदमी पार्टी के नेता राघव चड्ढा कह रहे हैं कि किस तरह से वहां पर सफाई कर दी है, किस तरह सफाई कर दी है और आम जनता ने सफाई की है। उन्होंने कह दिया वैक्यूम क्लीनर लगा दिया है वहां पर।
और इतने मोटरसाइकिल पीछे हैं, कैसा लग रहा है? मैंने कहा जी बहुत बुरा लग रहा है। कहते ये कैसा जवाब है? नेता लोग तो खुश होते हैं कि यूथ हमारे साथ है। मैंने कहा जी मैं वो नेता नहीं हूँ जो नौजवानों की भीड़ को देखकर खुश होऊंगा। और बुधवार वाली वो कम करनी है और नौजवानों के हाथों च टीके ने, वो फ्रस्ट्रेशन च ने, वो कोई अचान नहीं कोई नशा करता, उन्होंने कुछ दिख ही नहीं रहा। नौजवानों के हाथों चो टीके खो के टिफन फड़ावांगे, काम ते जाओ, शाम ਨੂੰ अपने परिवार च घरे आके रोटी खाओ। अज यूक्रेन की खबर देख लो, किन्ने मुंडे अपने पढ़न गए हुए ने, कुड़ियां इत्थे क्यों नहीं पढ़ाई हैगी बई? इत्थे 98% नंबर लेके भी पैसे है नहीं, साढ़े को 1.5 करोड़ लगता है। यूक्रेन वर्गा छोटा जा मुल्क।
बिल्कुल सुचारिता, देखिए यहाँ मैं भी नहीं बच पाई हूँ, हालांकि आप देख सकते हैं कि होली यहाँ पर शुरू हो चुकी है। जो तमाम लोग हैं यहाँ पर इस वक्त होली खेलते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। ये आप चारों तरफ ये नजारा देखिए कि होली, दिवाली यहाँ पर शुरू हो चुकी है। ये बूढ़े बाबा हैं जो गाना गाएंगे। क्या गाएंगे बाबा?
होली खेलना रघुवीरा।
देखिए योगी का बुलडोजर चल रहा है।
हाँ,
योगी का
ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं की जीत है। लोग विकास चाहते हैं, लोग दंगा मुक्त और विकास युक्त सरकार चाहते हैं और उसका परिणाम है भारतीय जनता पार्टी।
जिस देश में, जिस भेष में योश रहो, मोदी योगी, मोदी योगी, मोदी योगी।
आप बुलडोजर चलाएंगे। मैडम, मुनव्वर राणा से मेरा सवाल है, अब यूपी छोड़ेंगे कि नहीं? मुनव्वर राणा से मेरा सवाल है, यूपी छोड़ेंगे कि नहीं? और
आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी के पूरे उत्तर प्रदेश कार्यालय पर पूरा जश्न का माहौल बना हुआ।
भारतीय जनता बहुत पूर्ण बहुमतों से आगे बढ़ रही है। उत्तर प्रदेश की जनता को बारंबार बधाई है कि मोदी जी जिंदाबाद की वजह है, जिसके जातिगत छोड़कर, जाति भाव को छोड़कर उन्होंने भारतीय जनता पार्टी को चुना है।
देखिए और भी तमाम लोग हैं यहाँ। होली का माहौल हो चुका है। तमाम महिलाएं यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं। महिलाओं से बात करना भी बहुत, महिला सुरक्षा एक बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा रहा है यहाँ।
क्या मुद्दा रहा है?
महिला
Yogi storm rages on in battleground Uttar Pradesh. Samajwadi Party gains 10% vote share. Mayawati vote erodes 10%. Uttar Pradesh rejects Vadra Congress. It's a complete Priyanka Vadra-led disaster for the Congress party. It's an Aam Aadmi Party storm in Punjab elections. Doubles Punjab vote share in a historic mandate. Congress completely wiped out, loses 15% vote share in battleground Punjab. Captain Amrinder Singh loses, big defeats for Channi and Sidhu. Badals lose in Akali Dal bastion, big upsets in Punjab. BJP betters seat share and vote share as Congress falls further in Goa. TMC makes a dent in Goa elections, gets 5% vote share. Strong mandate for BJP in Uttarakhand, maintains 44% vote share while Congress faces another setback. BJP betters Manipur vote share while the Congress vote shares cut to half. And it's a nationwide collapse for Congress in the 2022 elections, complete wipeout in all states.
Live right now where Priyanka is where Yogi is going to come, and I think that's where the scene of all the action is. So I'll go straight across to you, Priyanka. We've been talking about it. We haven't even seen a glimpse of Yogi since the results came out.
Arnab, let me pan my camera right now. We are showing you the kind of security arrangements that are being made. All of the cadre, all of the workers are in fact being told to move one side. You can see there are ropes that are being brought in to make way for Yogi Adityanath, who will be coming here just very, very shortly now. The police security being tightened, as you can see in our frames. You can see it is very, very difficult to also control the cadre, control the workers. Because all of them are extremely excited to
Just don't pan the camera, Priyanka, because the moment you pan the camera, the picture sort of pixelates. We're getting that visual out there as we see these pictures. Before I get her back on air, Mamta Kale is with me in the studio. Welcome, Mamta. Vivek Srivastav is also there. Your thoughts, as you see these pictures out there, this is also the emergence of the potential of Yogi, the kind of sway that he holds. And, it just proves that he was grossly underestimated.
Absolutely, Arnab. You are absolutely correct. And history has been created not only in UP, even in Uttarakhand. Because in Uttarakhand, that myth has been broken completely, where they used to say that it is one term BJP and another Congress. This time we are seeing the absolute landslide majority, which BJP has got in Uttarakhand. And in UP, I mean, this is unbelievable. Yogi ji has emerged as one of the most strongest leader of Uttar Pradesh. Absolutely. And this,
what is depressing? So he's a 48-year-old leader who has just won come back as a second chief minister after a full term.
Yes, but on
he's tremendously young by the standards of Indian politicians. It just
But on what plank? There's no development.
On what plank?
This whole election was based on development versus
again polarization. Hindu khatre mein hai.
What are you talking, Vivek?
Those are the kind of things. So I believe it's a sad day today
because pictures out there, Abhishek. Questions will be asked about the plank, but also look at the sense of excitement. It's a big day for the BJP. I know there's a big event, but this is the big event, the first big event of the day. Pictures pixelating, ladies and gentlemen, because we're trying to get you the live pictures. There's massive celebration. There's sort of Prakash is live with us also right now. Prakash, hi. Prakash, can you hear me? Prakash, do I have a better audio line with you? Prakash, can you hear me? Prakash, over to you. Prakash, आवाज आ रही है. Can you hear me, Prakash?
Yes.
Prakash.
Well, the security cordon has already been made. I'll ask my camera person to show this area. And this is the way Yogi Adityanath would be arriving in a short while. The man of the moment who sees the moment in the politics of UP. That after 3 decades, an incumbent government is being voted to power under the leadership of Yogi Adityanath. And here you can see everybody has started raising their hands for Yogi Adityanath. And the dais is ready with slogans of Bharat Mata Ki, and we can see that it's already a holy-like atmosphere here in Lucknow at the BJP headquarters. Yogi Adityanath, it seems, has arrived, although we cannot see. So here you have Keshav Prasad Maurya arriving right now. Yogi Adityanath would be arriving sometime from now. The security cordon has been made. Yogi Adityanath would be arriving in, say, 15 minutes from now. That's what we hear. And you seize the moment because it's for the first time in 30 years that incumbent government is being voted to power on the plank of development, good governance, law and order. And it's a lesson for the politicians all across the party that if you work hard and if you work well, the people of the country and the voters will vote for you. Else, if you keep on creating the narrative of caste-based politics and create caste-based alliances, that is not going to work. And UP politics, UP elections is a case in example for sure. And the historic victory of Aam Aadmi Party is also a case in example for sure. What kind of example has been set by the voters here in Uttar Pradesh and Punjab? So in some time from now, Yogi Adityanath would be arriving here, and the workers of the BJP are already in celebratory mood here at the BJP headquarters in Lucknow. There we can see mobile phones already in the hands of the workers to capture the photographs of the top leadership of the BJP. Already started arriving. Radha Mohan Singh, the BJP in charge, Anil Bansal, the BJP in charge of BJP in Uttar Pradesh, State President of BJP, Swatantra Dev Singh, Keshav Prasad Maurya, the Deputy Chief Minister, has already arrived to welcome the man of the moment, Yogi Adityanath, in some time from now.
No, Yogi has not arrived yet.
Police personnel as well as the security personnel have cordoned up the area for the arrival of Yogi Adityanath. And this election honor has been historical in many aspects because the politics in UP also will well determine the politics of the nation, which way the politics of the country will move forward, as also the future of Indian politics, because Yogi Adityanath, keeping in mind his age, is here to stay for another 25-30 years, and he's already emerged as a brand in Uttar Pradesh, the largest state in the country with around 25 crore of population, and with already having done a lot of developmental activities. He has seized the moment along with Narendra Modi, who's been the mascot of the BJP for the past 2 decades or so, because Yogi and Modi together combine to decimate any political coalition as it has happened in Uttar Pradesh, because in Uttar Pradesh the Samajwadi Party, the other backward caste leader galvanized together and they tried to give it a good fight, but based on the plank of good governance and the distribution of welfare schemes, they rode to power and they are on the path to victory. And there we see people waving, the workers of the BJP waving their hands to the leadership who are arriving here, and there we can see some more leaders coming in. Some more top leadership of the BJP started arriving, and the flank have been cordoned off. So now coming back to the politics that has been done here in Uttar Pradesh, it's a lesson for the political parties, whether be it Akhilesh Yadav, whether be it Mayawati, or whether be it any other party. There we see some other victorious candidate who is arriving in the BJP headquarters here. And any moment from now, as has been announced, we expect the arrival of Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath in some moment from now. Coming back to the politics of Uttar Pradesh,
yes, absolutely.
Yogi Adityanath, the man of the moment, and he has shown the lesson to the politicians all across the spectrum in India. Back to you, Arnab.
Absolutely. Prakash, catch your breath there. We're staying with the live pictures. We're keeping your audio on. That's our senior editor, Prakash Singh, one of India's most experienced political journalists, giving you live commentary, ladies and gentlemen, on what is a historic occasion from the BJP office in Lucknow. The first known case of pro-incumbency like this in Uttar Pradesh. Ladies and gentlemen, the man of the moment, the man of the match, and the man of the series today is Yogi Adityanath. And let me tell you one statistic. He is winning his constituency with close to 70% vote share. That's resounding. He has proven everyone wrong. Everyone wrong. Sanju Verma joining me right now. This is a sign of pro-incumbency in Uttar Pradesh. No other party has been elected consecutively. No party in Uttar Pradesh has been re-elected for a second term in Uttar Pradesh in over 3 decades. So this is a historic moment. Whatever is happening now, pictures on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, history is being made. This victory is a clear sign of pro-incumbency sentiment in the state. It's going to have a resounding impact on national politics. We're seeing the pictures, different camera angles we're getting you. This is the road where Yogi is going to be coming from. Sanju, you're watching the pictures, I'm sure. Your thoughts?
Yes.
Sanju Verma.
Thank you. Arnab, I want to say one thing very clearly. The fact of the matter is that for everybody who said that, the Jats are not with the Modi-Yogi combination, the Yadavs are not with Modi-Yogi combination, Musalman to kabhi Modi or Yogi ke liye vote karenge hi nahi. I mean, look at it. Even from a Muslim-dominated area like Deoband, the BJP has stormed to power. Look at Rohilkhand and Bundelkhand, areas where the Muslim population is in excess of 50 or 60%. Even there we've done so well, and we won all the 8 seats in Lakhimpur Kheri. So I just want to tell to your channel, the opposition, please understand, you underestimated the Y plus M combination. Y as in Yogi, M as in Modi, and the next M is the Mahila factor. And I think Akhilesh Yadav-led Rainbow Coalition overestimated the Muslim and Yadav factors. And that is the reason today that the opposition, despite Samajwadi Party, RLD coming together, despite a constant negative narrative about Ganga mein lashe tair rahi hai, look at the resounding victory. It shows that Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas is not a slogan but is working on the ground for the BJP.
Absolutely. Looking at pictures there, let's get everyone in. Pathikrit, Syed Abbas, you were saying something there. Viewers, just look at these pictures out there, and remember, I'll just put the pictures full frame on and look more on the pictures, and our guests can talk about it. Viewers, remember also the vote share. We must remember the vote share, 42.3%. The BJP has seen its best ever vote share in Uttar Pradesh. In its 2017 elections, when it got about 40%, people were stunned because it was up by about 14 to 15%, and now they've gone to 42.3%. It's a larger vote share than ever before. It's an inconceivable target. It was seen to be impossible, Karan? Yeah.
BJP has breached the 40% mark in the last 4 elections. And let's understand this, Arnab.
They reached 50% in the general.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and Arnab, let's just understand this. These 5 years have been the most testing that a CM can go through. We had multiple COVID waves.
Yeah.
We had GST implementation. We had a farm protest. Many thought the effects of that would spill over.
Yeah.
And what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah.
And BJP and Yogi Adityanath totally do justice to that adage. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
The numbers go up to about 269, 270. They're settling at around 270. So that's a fantastic number to be having out there. I'd like Syed Abbas, you were saying something there. Viewers, in case you're watching this Republic Live broadcast, we are waiting for the entry of Yogi Adityanath to the BJP office in Lucknow. We're getting pictures from multiple angles, and we will cover it minute to minute. Syed Abbas, yes.
Absolutely. Arnab, it is, something we need to understand that the mandate of the people is supreme. I think the acceptability comes from there. Also, as a matter of fact, we need to understand that more than a Yogi, I would say as a political analyst, it has been the Modi factor which has indeed worked. Because in Uttar Pradesh elections, it is very rare that we see a pro-incumbency of sorts coming through. The fact of the matter, many of the villages did not have the large holdings of a Yogi, but a Modi. So therefore, if this elections, the BJP is backing or riding, it is on the Modi wave which has worked for them and not Yogi. Because we did see a lot of infighting coming through. Also, let me finish, ma'am. Let me finish. Also, as a matter of fact, we need to understand that the Congress, it is high time that the Congress needs to go back on the drawing board. They need to get their work together. Okay. Also, as a matter of fact, this drawing of the board is very important because Modi himself in many of his speeches has said opposition is the backbone of democracy. So therefore, a democracy to last, there needs to be a strong opposition.
Nobody's
But
denying
I
that.
wonder what happened to the
nobody's denying
the BJP in Punjab. Punjab, they are decimated. They are zero.
Now for the poor opposition, also Yogi and Modi is responsible. Is that what you're trying to say? Is that what you're trying to say? Answer my question, Syed. Answer my question. Poor opposition is a problem of Yogi ji and Modi ji.
And moreover,
come on, you didn't even congratulate BJP for such a huge win.
Principal challenger. Arvind Kejriwal in the coming days.
Congratulating him first. He is celebrating since morning.
2029 on your show,
Okay.
Arnab. I will tell you. The next Prime Minister.
Our questions have been asked about. Questions, Syed Abbas, let's keep it brief. I want to go to Abhishek. Abhishek, once again, I want to go to the pictures. And as we are seeing these pictures here, another picture comes to mind. And you'll remember when this picture came out, we talked about a lot in the media when there is that picture, Abhishek, where the Prime Minister is walking, I think it is in his residence in 7 Racecourse Road with Yogi. And the Prime Minister has placed his right arm on Yogi's right shoulder, right? Yes. And that picture taken from the front and from the back was a telling statement. I hope I can pick up this picture right now. And can I just pull out that picture? And I think that picture spoke 1,000 words. And it was Narendra Modi saying, I've got your back.
Yes.
It was Narendra Modi saying, he is not alone.
Yes.
It was Narendra Modi pitching a lot.